off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business, I live this, it's automatic. I win this, so you hear those horns, you finish. A soldier, and I stay under you fighting. Plus I'm storming on you chumps like I'm thunder and lightning. Ain't no way you breaking me, kid. I'm harder than nails. Plus I keep it on lock like I'm part of the jail. I'm slaughtering stale competition. I got the whole block wishing they could run with my division, but they gone fishing with no bait. Kid, your boy hold weight. I got my soul straight. I brush your mouth like Colgate. In any weather, I'm never better. Your boy's so hot, you never catch me in the next man's sweater. If they hate, let them hate. I drop your whole clan. Lay your ass down for the 3-second tan. Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now.
It's gon' be what it's gon' be. 5 pounds of courage, buddy, base, 10 pants with a gold tee. It's a war dance, a victory step. A boss stance is a gift, and you insist it's my rep. John Cena trademark, y'all are so-so. And talk about the bread you make, but don't know the recipe for dodo. Aiming guns in all your photos, that's a no-no. In this pop, your lip lock, your big talks a blatant no-so. See what happens when the ice age melt. You see, monetary status is not what matters, but it helps. I'm rocking Timepiece by Benny, if any. The same reason y'all could love me is the same reason y'all condemn me. A man's measured by the way that he thinks, not clothing lines, ice links, leather and minks. I spent 20 plus years seeking knowledge of self. So for now, Mark Breck is living life for wealth.
Your time is up, my time is now.
Oh, is this one of the best weekends here on the NBL Network? It is doubleheader action. We will fill our Season 33 Super Bowl tonight with doubleheader, starting off with the AFC Championship game between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns, followed up by the NFC Championship game between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Before we get there, we, of course, have our NBL Live pregame show brought to you each and every week by our graphics sponsor, Web3KS.com. They do so much for our NBL network. You see it each and every week here across the network. If you're anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, hit up Web3KS.com. Let them know NBL sent you. You'll get 15% off your entire order. Web3KS.com. The leaders in affordable graphic design. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Little doubleheader action. I am OSU, and I'm hanging out with one of the participants in the NFC Championship game, but he's so stoked for the championship weekend, he said he'd hop onto the call. It is, of course, owner of the Detroit Lions, commissioner of the Madden Bomber League. It is Bomber himself. Bomber, I know you're stoked for your own game, but we got a game before that between the Jags and the Browns. In this game, boy, there is no love lost between these two.
Yeah, usually you see the main event go on last, but right now we're getting a little taste of it first. Maybe a little WWE tactics, OSU, if you will. Sometimes you got to put that great matchup on first to draw the audience attention in, and that's exactly what we're doing tonight. 13-1-2. Yes, that's 2 ties for the Cleveland Browns.
How do you do that?
I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that. They're really business professional over there. A lot of ties. Jacksonville Jaguars 14-2. I'm excited to get this game rocking and rolling, and so is Bananas. He's pretty much already readied up.
He's already readied up. He's ready to go.
Pregame.
Doesn't care about pregame. Doesn't care about the danger of readying it up too early. I mean.
Yeah. He touted it right there. Absolutely.
He did, absolutely. Let's take a look at our players to watch for today's game between the Jags and the Browns, first half of our doubleheader. And first, on the side of the Jacksonville Jaguars, it is Yannick Ngakoue, who is having an unbelievable season, Bomber. Let me tell you this. He's got 61 tackles, 32 sacks, a new NBL record, 32 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and another 11 tackles for loss. I mean, this might be the best player nobody's talking about. There was a lot of talk about when there was MVP voting going on. Of course, Baker Mayfield's name, who ended up taking home that MVP. He was just sort of the only candidate, but Ngakoue's having an unbelievable season. I think there's a little bit of maybe a chip on the shoulder on the side of lip about the disrespect his defensive end is getting.
Yeah, you look at this defensive end and you immediately think this is a game changer, man. This is similar to what Lawrence Taylor did in the 80s in the NFL. That kind of havoc is being raised in Ngakoue. As you said, 32 sacks on the season, 4 forced fumbles. But more importantly, the Jacksonville Jaguars were 14-2, and they had the 3rd best defense in the league, 8th against the pass, 8th against the rush, and they play that bend, don't break kind of defense, and they don't bend very much, OSU. They'll let you get down the field just a little bit, and then they go ahead and take it away from you with sacks, turnovers, all those kind of splash plays.
Yeah, looking like me trying to touch my toes. Not a lot of bend there. As we go over to the Cleveland Browns, take a look at who they are going to be looking at as a player to watch. Of course, David Njoku, who has been a target for Baker Mayfield in this MVP season. He's sort of been the guy that's been able to open up the ball game for the rest of the offense. 72 receptions on the year, almost 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns, averaging 16.6 per game. Bob, we know how much Baker Mayfield loves to use the tight ends. David Njoku, he is quick, he is tall, he has great hands. At the end of the day, this is a guy who the Jacksonville Jaguars defense, which has played very well against the pass with that very talented secondary, they're going to have to key in on Njoku and maybe leave their cornerbacks on islands with those wide receivers.
Yeah, you look at his offense right now for the Cleveland Browns with Baker Mayfield, the NBL Season 33 most valuable player. He got 24 of 32 votes, and a couple people just couldn't decide. They didn't place a vote in there. I think 1 vote went to Zeke Elliott, 4 went to Matt Ryan.
Woo!
This guy has been phenomenal so far. Baker Mayfield.
Was that biased? I'm sorry.
Yeah, very biased. I think 1 of the 4 was actually your vote as well.
Absolutely, 100%. 100% it was.
All right, so David Njoku on the season, I think he deserves a little credit for this. 72 receptions, led the league tight ends in receiving yards, receptions, and touchdowns. He had 12 on the year. This is his bread and butter. This is his safety blanket, if you will. 72 receptions, over nearly 1,200 yards, 1,198 yards, 16.6 yards per catch, 12 touchdowns. He's been phenomenal. He's been that piece down the field. They like him on the seam. They like him on the post. Man, he's just a tight end that can do it all. He's got the athleticism, the speed, the size. Baker Mayfield really loves him. Let's see if that great linebacker core for Jacksonville, that very speedy linebacker core, can kind of pick up on this, kind of take it away.
Shout out to our graphics guy, Jamie, for these new championship graphics, putting the best into this championship weekend. Let's take a look at who Bleacher Report has picked for today's AFC Championship game. And this one split about as down the middle as you can with 7 people. 4 going the way of the Cleveland Browns, fella JB, and Unisolated, all going the way of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Riding the Blake Bortles train. It's time to get your prediction. Put it in the chat. Let us know what you think. We'll read it throughout the first quarter. Bomber, who do you like in this game to fill out one half of the Season 33 Super Bowl? Is it going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars? Owner Lip coming over from Pittsburgh, a huge dynasty in Pittsburgh, trying to make one in Jacksonville? Or will it be Bananas and the Cleveland Browns getting to a Super Bowl and trying to maybe get a little bit of that Bananas trash talk going with a Super Bowl appearance?
All right, here's where I'm going to go. I like the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I like them in any other matchup. The Cleveland Browns are the first-ranked points per game wise offense. They're scoring 28 points per game. The Jacksonville Jaguars are second at 28 points per game. So they're tied for first. Shout out to Daddy Leaks. 1A, 1B. You look at the defense. Jacksonville's the third ranked. Browns are fifth. So everything's pointing towards Jacksonville, right? But the one thing I notice about this Browns team is they have a guy, the MVP. He's at home. I got to go with him. Cleveland Browns tonight in a shootout, 38-35. I got the Cleveland Browns over the Jacksonville Jaguars because they have home field advantage and they got the better quarterback.
Should be an unbelievable first half of this doubleheader tonight. Stick around, folks. We'll have that NFC Championship game following this one, but it is game time here on the NBL Network, broadcast number 241. Let's fill this Super Bowl up. Coming up next, it's the AFC Championship game between really the 2 favorites in the AFC. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the Cleveland Browns. It's coming up right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the NBL Network. Holla.
Empty backfield for Atkins. He's been dropping back to pass here on 4th down. He's looking deep over the middle. He has a man. It's Brandon Cooks. Who catches it, makes a man miss.
Oh, that's
Woodard is dropping back. He's got open over the middle.
Wow. That big playmaker ability as he finds him again.
Into the end zone. Another touchdown. MBL Live broadcast 241 is underway with championship weekend. Here in season 33 of the Madden Bomber League, it is the AFC Championship game between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. What a game, what a weekend we have on tap for you tonight, folks. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, Bomber. Bomber, here's a question I have for you. As the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to come out on offense first, how much of an X factor is the guy who we haven't really mentioned at all, Leonard Fournette, who is one of the best rushers here in the NBL this season?
Yeah, on the season, Leonard Fournette, 5.3 yards per carry, 13 touchdowns on 155 attempts. It's all about health with Leonard Fournette. You know what you're going to get from this beast. 92 overall, 93 speed, 90 acceleration, 94 carrying, 96 trucking. This guy's a beast. He is the X factor. If he goes for 100, the Jacksonville Jaguars definitely come away with this win.
First and 10, Bortles dropping back, looks underneath, had to wait for a second for Marquise Lee to get open. He breaks a tackle, going to pick up a good 7-yard gain on first down. Let's take a look at some of the predictions we got coming into the chat. Tout saying Browns win 28-21. We got Lilfish saying Browns win at 34-30. Jamie going Jags 31-28. Shadow going 24-10 Jags. Double A going 27-24 Browns. Russell Buster going 28-20. Don't know who's going to win that game, but he is predicting a 28-20 score. That is what he is sticking to in this game as Fournette gets the carry over the left side. And Fournette does what he does. He breaks tackle. He's to the 30, the 25, the 20 inside. The 20 to the 17-yard line. 41 yards on his first carry. Bomber used all of his might to break 2 tackles and put the first big number on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when you see Leonard Fournette get loose like that, you're talking 6 foot, 223 pounds of just pure fury coming out the backfield. They run that little stretch play, and they get a lot of juice. Now they're inside the red zone where they rank 4th in the NBL inside the red zone. This team is very, very dangerous right now. Let's see if Blake Bortles can get it done. Doughboy
going with the Russell Buster plan, which is just saying 30-27. Doesn't really matter who's going to win, but he's picking that as his number. As the pass to Fournette. Hey, give him 2 touches. He finds the end zone. 17 yards out. The Browns lost sight of one of the best running backs here in the NBL, and Fournette goes, well, that one was much easier than the one from 41 yards out. I'll walk this bad boy in as the Jags in 3 plays go up 7-0 in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, just not a good start. As you hear the dog pound right now, just really quiet. You see Train and OSU maybe up there somewhere in the 300?
Yeah, we're up there in section 500. We are in the nosebleeds.
You're at the top. You're at the part where it says if you fall, you die.
Yeah, right now, they gave us oxygen tanks as we went up there.
It was thin air right there. You were high-fiving the airplanes as they passed by. But right now, the Cleveland Browns are in a situation where they have to respond. You got to come down and at least get 3. I always say it's important when you play a guy like Lip to get up 2 scores. When he comes down in just 59 seconds and puts 7 on the board to start this game, right there, that's a stamp that this Jacksonville Jaguar team is rocking and ready to go here in Cleveland.
Phone's going crazy as the tornado sirens roll around me, but we're rolling here in the AFC Championship game as Leonard Fournette puts the Jags up 7-0. Now it's the MVP. He'll hand it off to Duke Johnson right up the middle. Give him 4 yards on the play. Interesting starting off with a little bit of power football, Bomber. That is not what the Cleveland Browns do best.
No, they like to drive the ball down the field, and our player to watch in this game was David Njoku for that reason alone. As you see him lining up on the right side, Callaway in the slot. Let's see if he can get going early in this game, 2nd and 6 for the Browns.
And Mayfield dropping back to pass on 2nd down, steps up in the pocket, nobody open, and down goes Mayfield, and who else but Yannick Ngakoue coming around the edge. A bit of a covered sack there, but he gets sack number 33 on the season, Bomber, doing what he did all season long.
And Njoku was wide open on the seam. I mean, just right up the middle. And I'm used to doing bonus coverage right now, so I'm like, my thing's on the screen. I'm trying to draw. But wide open middle
keep
of the
drawing.
field. OSU wide open. All he has to do is make the throw. A little hesitancy from the rookie. Maybe it's just a little bit too big of a game for Baker Mayfield right now.
He drops back on 3rd and 8, 4-man rush from the Jacksonville Jaguars. They man up across. Oh, he threw that right to Davis, who drops it. Good thing he's not a wide receiver. It's still going to force a punt, and Bomber. For all those people picking the Cleveland Browns, all those Browns fans here in Cleveland cheering for their team to get to the Super Bowl in season 33, which, by the way, would be 3 straight Super Bowls for the Cleveland Browns. Not a great start. Not the start they were hoping for.
Yeah, we have 2 teams left, and it is a crazy thing. If the Browns actually played the Cowboys owner would be going for his 3rd straight. And the Browns will be going for their 3rd straight, but mainly courtesy of the Cowboys' current owner. That would be a really interesting dynamic if it does end up being those 2 teams.
Dropping back to passes, Blake Bortles on 1st and 10, stepping up, down goes Bortles, and there's somebody pretty good on the other side for the Cleveland Browns. It is Myles Garrett showing up the speed around the edge and getting to Blake Bortles. It's a sack, loss of 7 on the play.
Yeah, I like the defense right there, but he had the drag open. He's got to take the first read there, Blake. I know he's trying to hold on to the ball. He's looking to drive the ball down the field. He's got the speedy wide receivers. They just don't get down the field enough on those crossing routes. Watch Dante Moncrief, Marquise Lee, D.D. Westbrook for Jacksonville.
There's a little PAFK quick high pass for Safarian Jenkins, but it was good coverage across the way. And we're already seeing some pressure on the left side, Bomber. They're having trouble containing Myles Garrett, and when the Browns have brought pressure over there, it's been some quick some problems for Blake Bortles having a clean pocket.
Yeah, it really has. Right there to see that overload 3 seam 2. It's a zone blitz 3 deep. Everybody comes off that left side, and right now the left tackle, left guard need to communicate with the center, get the adjustments right, because this offensive line is struggling right now, and that's someone that Jacksonville, according to Bleacher Report, they're looking for. They're looking for offensive linemen.
3rd and 17 for Bortles. 4-man rush from the Browns. Bortles steps up, waiting. Oh, what a job by Blake Bortles. Safarian Jenkins putting on the moves. He'll get down to the 30-yard line. First down, Jags. And what a job by Blake Bortles. Bomber, you say it all the time here on NBL Live. Don't drop back. Step up in the pocket and make a throw.
Yeah, just right there. That's called patience in the pocket, and Blake Bortles has done it this year. 3,876 yards and 26 touchdowns. He's been pretty good for these Jaguars.
Toss play for Leonard Fournette over the left side. Flag down. Fournette taken down after no gain. I think this one, it's coming back. 10-yard loss on that holding call. Going to back him up to a 1st and long, and that's what the Jags have to avoid doing, Bombers, making silly mistakes.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't put yourself in a 1st and 20 at the 40-yard line. One sack here kind of takes you out of field goal range. Got to do better if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars offensive line.
Handoff to Yeldon over the left side. Boy, another flag. This might be another hold. It is. Back him up, 1st and 30. Yeah, so far.
It looked like a promising, at least, field goal, right, OSU? I mean, without question, we thought they're going to put 3. They're going to go up 2 scores here. Yard line right now, 1st and 30. They can get it back here. This is when they get into trouble here in Jacksonville for these Jaguars.
I formation on a 1st and 30. What you see all the time. Handoff to Leonard Fournette over the left side. He'll get to the 2nd level. If he didn't get caught on his offensive lineman there, I think he probably picks up 10, but he'll pick up 6 on 1st down, cut it back to a 2nd and 24. Not quite where you want to be on 2nd down.
No, not at all. 2nd and 24 is tough, but they're thinking if we just get to that 38, 37-yard line, we got ourselves a 55-yard field goal. I think that is something they would take right now. Watch Marquise Lee. Nobody on top of him on the right side, inside slot.
Ooh, that's an offside. It's a free play for Blake Bortles. Step up, but you got to throw it. You got to just throw it. I don't care. There were 2 one-on-one matchups on the outside. You got to just chuck that up. You're getting a free 5 yards. Come on, Blake. Blake's got to get his head in the game.
Yeah, he absolutely does. Right there, maybe the offensive line holding issues. Maybe thought the flag might have been on him. Takes the sack when there was an opportunity to get down the field.
Handoff to Fournette. Not a whole lot there, and Fournette is down holding his back, Bomber. The health of Fournette back in question.
It's always been in question throughout the year. On the season, Blake Bortles got a 103.9 QBR, 26 touchdowns, 20 interceptions, and they threw it at a pretty fast-paced clip to kind of keep Fournette healthy. Let me give you an insight into the last 4 games of Fournette. 11 carries, 15 carries, 10 carries, 8 carries. They were giving him a light load to save him for the playoffs, yet finds himself down right now.
Handoff to Yeldon on 3rd and 22, and stuffed. Absolutely stuffed. As it looks like Fournette's going to be fine. They're going to get an opportunity to attempt a very long field goal, a 59-yard attempt, but an opportunity to go by 2 scores. And they're going to take that chance as the Browns come out.
They got a 13-mile-per-hour wind with them. They should be good.
This should be fine. As that was a little perfect kick meter right there. The kick is up. Yeah, it's got plenty of leg there. It is good. 10-0 your score here in Cleveland.
Yeah, when I saw the 13-mile-per-hour wind, now, the way that ball went through the upright, I'm thinking to myself, if he didn't have that wind, might have been in some trouble there.
Cleveland returning this kick. Down 10-0 to start this game, and so far, we haven't seen a whole lot from this Cleveland Browns offense. They have struggled to get going 3 and out, and probably should have been an interception on 3rd down.
Yeah, you heard it from the group me chat earlier that the Cleveland Browns have only beat 1 team over 500 throughout this entire season. This is going to be a big-time test tonight against this Jacksonville Jaguar defense.
Play action pass for Blake Bortles. Excuse me, Baker Mayfield, the other B, as Mayfield's going to roll out to the left side, and he's going to take off. He's got a 1st down sliding down just past the 41-yard line. Nice shot there by Mayfield, not forcing anything. Didn't see anything open, was able to pick up a 1st down with his legs, something that Baker Mayfield certainly can do.
Yeah, he didn't like what he saw down the field. He took off. The only concern I have is you see Miles Jack kind of lingering there about to hit stick him. You got to be careful when you turn that corner on the edge because these are some very fast linebackers. You see 44 in the middle. That's Miles Jack. Then you see Telvin Smith Sr. There definitely is some speed at linebacker for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Baker Mayfield. So we had a toss play over to the left side for Duke Johnson, and boy, that Jags defense is tough. We talk about how good their cornerbacks are, Bomber, but this defensive line with Ngakoue and with the linebackers really getting to the ball, they are a tough defense to run and pass against.
Yeah, they really are. They're just next level. I mean, you want to talk about top-tier defensive talent in the NBL, you start right here in Jacksonville. Jaguars not only have speed, they have power, finesse, and then they have coverage skills as well. 2nd and 12. Let's see if Baker can dig himself out of this hole.
And it's Baker Mayfield in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 over the left side, 1 over to the right side. Mayfield, he's going to toss this underneath. Completeless down to the 44-yard line.
You got to take that underneath. Got to get yourself into a 3rd and 7, 3rd and manageable. I always say 7's about the end of the manageable, and it's really probably in the middle somewhere long to, intermediate. But in actuality, 3rd and 7 is something this team can pick up. Let's see if this double A gap blitz can get to Baker Mayfield quick. He's got to make a quick decision. Look for Njoku to pick this up.
Trying to get some pressure on Baker Mayfield and force another punt from the Cleveland Browns. It is some double A gap pressure. Pressure coming around the outside. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, it's complete. He is clobbered, but it is complete. It's a first down for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, that's Jarvis Landry right there, Juice. He's making some big-time plays. You look at this. What's up?
I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah. OSU got to step away. There's some tornadoes going on in Detroit. So I'm going to go ahead and take this over right now. You look at these two teams right here, very similarly matched on paper. I thought the home field advantage was going to be enough for the team with the better quarterback, and they're at home. But underneath, Baker Mayfield goes again, spin move, but a flag's out. Looks like it's going to be a holding call. I'm going to bring this one back. It's against Bettino. Former top 25 player from Madden 18. If you're interested to join the NBL, go to 365.maddenbomberleague.com to make sure up a spot in the grid. We got a nice little list building up right now, guys. If you're interested in joining the league, make sure you check it out. Cougs in the chat saying it's a twister. Tout in the chat saying he needed it badly. And yes, appreciate Jamie with the exclamation point NBL to apply for NBL Development League. Go there to 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Rusta Busta saying be safe. Everyone's saying be safe. Yeah, absolutely. All right, here we go. 1st and 20 for the Jacksonville Jaguar defense. And I say that because this team is very tough. 1st and 20. Oh, they're making plays on the tight end. Down he goes. He was looking tight end the entire time. Great user play by Lip right there. He strafes back. You think it's some kind of zone. Then he takes off with them with the post. And basically Baker was staring at one guy the entire time, which was his favorite target, David Njoku. Guys, go to MaddenBomberLeague.com, our Daddy Leagues account, and check out our brand new division banners. They look pretty good, courtesy of Jamie. Appreciate him. The graphics go in the NBL. Looking, nowhere to go. Down he goes. Too much time in the pocket, but Dante Fowler Jr. makes up for that as he just does a nice little bow, and then he collapses. I don't like that. I don't want to see one of my top defensive players falling for no reason. Trust me, I've seen Stephen Tulloch do a celebration, took him out for the whole year, pretty much ended his career. Man coverage here for 3rd and 25. Watch Barry Church. He's going to be over top of David Njoku, who's sitting in there to block. Here goes Barry Church trying to rush. Too much time, looking to the right side. He's going to pick it up in man coverage, almost. Jarvis Landry out of bounds. 3 for 4, 45 yards, and they're going to have to get on the board here with the field goal. You're probably wondering how good has Jarvis Landry been. You've seen him targeted a couple times. He's their 2nd leading receiver, 65 catches, 1,180 yards, but he hasn't been able to score inside of the red zone. 0 touchdowns from the red zone for Jarvis Landry this season. Only 5 touchdowns on this season. Here's another interesting stat for you. The last touchdown Jarvis Landry had was week 15. He had 2 of them, but before that, he didn't get a touchdown. His last touchdown before that was week 9. So the second half of the season, he had 2 touchdowns in the NBL. That's a big-time deal if you are the Cleveland Browns. I mean, this is a top wide receiver. He's your 25-year-old receiver, star development. He's got all the potential to be everything underneath that you need, and he has issues getting into the end zone. 10-3, Jaguars are up right now. We've seen a touchdown and a long field goal for them with 13-mile-per-hour wind pushing it downfield, and the Browns put 3 on the board. Play action, Blake Bortles looking right side, had X wide open, but the defense gets there too quick and puts Blake Bortles on his back. Croco in the chat saying these are the kind of plays Bananas makes that make him great. Double A in the chat saying great pressure. And Gub in the chat saying big 3 points. Phew, had a man open. Phew. I like that one, Z. Comes a halfback wheel. Had a split close, gun split close. Watch Moncrief on the left side. He's looking, cooking, looking, not there. Bortles stepping up, finds a nice throw on the run to Marquise Lee. Dot City, baby, Dot City. Down to the 50-yard line. Blake Bortles stepping up and just delivering the gun to Marquise Lee, who was also called Marquise TD last match. Tight formation on the right side. Tight formation, halfback in the backfield. Dual halfback set, Yeldon and Fournette. Dante Moncrief to the left. Inside slot on the right side, Marquise Lee, and the speedy D.D. Westbrook at wide receiver right side. Man coverage, goes underneath, finds his man Moncrief. Oh, if he could have got a block there from Marquise Lee, if he could have just sealed the edge right there on the user, whoo, that might have been another really big gain for the Jacksonville Jaguars. 59 viewers right now watching NBL Live. Appreciate everybody stopping by. I really hate Mark Jamie in the chat saying lip looks fine to me. D-Star saying lip is on, man. Yeah, the dots are going. You know, he opened it up with the running game early, and the Cleveland Browns just do not seem like they have an answer for this high-octane offense. That's putting up 28 points per game. The exact same number the Browns are putting up. But this Jaguars offense looks for real. Let's probably run up the middle. No. Swing, left side. Got blocking. D.D. Westbrook, one man to beat, goes for the spin, can't get it done. Maybe should have juked right there. I felt like the user was really pressing down, trying to make a play. Maybe a juke inside. D.D. Westbrook could have picked up a few more, but nonetheless, 2nd and 3 on the Cleveland Brown 31-yard line. We haven't seen any Myles Garrett yet. We haven't seen any Agba yet. Where are the defensive line presence for the Browns? We have to see them right now. They got to come up big. Let's see if they can push Bortles back. Man in motion, Dante Moncrief. Blake Bortles, shotgun formation. Hand up, right to left. TJ Yeldon. Down to the 35-yard line. 3rd and 7 here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. A team in desperate need to go up 2 scores. I say that because if you can get up 2 scores on this Cleveland Browns team, they seem to struggle in the second half. We've seen it throughout the year. They're 13-1-2. 2 ties, only 1 loss. The Jaguars 14-2. And these are the top 2 teams in the AFC, the 1 and the 2 seed. Over the middle, finding his man, holding on to it. No, he drops it, looking for Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Big hit by the safety playing that deep middle third. It's field goal unit time for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Might actually be playing. The 13-mile-per-hour wind is against them. So big-time non-conversion for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Deca Dog in the chat saying whack. NBM saying kapow. Yeah, those are some big-time hits, huge hits. And this is the win. You win and you get into the Super Bowl here. Big stop before half for the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Browns are going to get the ball. Kick is up. And it's knocked down by Hayden right there at the 2-yard line. Great job by DJ
How did that
Hayden.
bounce like that? It literally hit him in the crotch and it just stopped.
Yeah, it definitely looked like he just stood right over top of it and took it like a man.
That's
Maybe it was some kind of punishment. Is everything okay? Everything checking out for
No.
you and your family over there?
No. She's on the phone with 911 right now because her car is in the middle of a flood puddle and she can't move. So everything's great. Yeah. She's like 2 minutes away, but in the middle of high water because she's an idiot and decided to try to drive through high water. I married a brilliant woman, folks. Quick throw underneath. I would go and get her, but A, there's nothing I can do. I have a tiny car, and B, she's got like 8 people with her. So
I would like to see this puddle that she ran over before she decided to try to go through it. Was it Jerome Bettis sized and she decided to just truck stick through it or what?
It's the picture she sent me. It is massive.
So you were wondering, how did you get into that situation where you decided?
I'm wondering, why did you look at this and go, it's up to my hood. I can get through it. She's just dumb.
Did she get out of the car, though? I mean,
Nope, she's just stuck in the car. She's just sitting there. And then I tried to call her, and her phone went straight to voicemail, so I'm like, awesome. Great, so.
Cardinals surfing the chat saying she should have juked the puddle.
Should have. I would have gone with a spin move, but. That's just me. So, she's on the phone with the police right now trying to figure out what to do. So I hope she'll tell me at some point. It's a nice throw down the middle. Did I miss anything good? Did I miss any great plays?
Well, what was the score when you walked away? I don't remember.
It was 10-0.
Browns went down and scored, and then they stopped them when it looked like Jacksonville was kind of in field goal range, but with that 13-mile-per-hour wind against them in the second quarter, they couldn't get that field goal off. So now they got the ball back. An opportunity to 2-for-1 Aaron Rodgers this because Cleveland gets the ball to start the second half.
Well, a real big opportunity here for Baker Mayfield. MVP. Play action pass for Baker Mayfield. Rolling to the left, rolling. Looks over to the left side, completes it down the field. Down near midfield. Entering is the milk-soaked shirt from the Hot Chip Challenge in the car with her. No, we took that out. Casey, I'm crazy now following. Appreciate the love, my friend. Nope, that is not. That is out of the. It's out of the car. It's in the wash. It's clean. Hey, Barbara, I'm sending you the picture of the puddle on the old group me.
You should put it.
It's not a puddle.
You should just put it in the stream. Just add a.
I don't know how to do it in the stream.
Oh, what do you mean? Just wait. Did you get? Is a picture on your? Are you using your phone to do it?
Yeah, it's on my phone.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, that'd be.
She texted it to me as she was floating. 1st and 10 for Baker Mayfield, baby. Play action pass, roll out to the right side. Shout out to Jack Dog with the subscribe. Yeah, it's not so much a puddle as it's just a lake.
What point did she decide that that's probably something she could make it across?
I did not marry my wife for her brains, okay? It wasn't like, I look at that and I go, that's not a puddle. That's just a body of water.
Yeah.
If I can find a way to share it in the chat, I will.
I still, so she can't open her doors, obviously.
No, she is stuck. That one should have been picked off by Hayden. It's batted down instead. Nice play there on the flat. Good recognition that they were looking to the flat. Now a 2nd and 10 for the Cleveland Browns as Baker Mayfield breaks the huddle. He's got 3 wide receivers, 2 on the left side, 1 over the right side. Duke Johnson on the right hip of Baker Mayfield in the shotgun, 37 yards away from tying this ball game up. As Mayfield drops back to pass, blitz picked up nicely. Mayfield steps to the right, he completes it over the middle. The former Brown, Tashawn Gibson, couldn't come up with the tackle there. It's a 1st down for the Cleveland Browns as they are almost inside the red zone.
Yeah, you see the user in the purple over there taking away the outside on the right. Should have probably hung just a little bit more inside. Stayed home maybe to make a tackle on that catch, but really that's just a prime example of when your pressure doesn't get there and you have holes in the zone. Everything was open. Baker Mayfield does a great job of patience delivering a dot to the wide receiver.
And Mayfield dropping back, looking over to the left side, and it's a nice pitch and catch. Smith with a tackle bomber. Baker Mayfield looks remarkably different from that first drive.
Yeah, a lot more confident. I think early he was just a little antsy, and maybe that caused him to be hesitant. He wanted to make the right plays. They went out with an aggressive play calling on that first drive, but he was just a little hesitant because he just got a little nerves in him, but right now he seems to be settling down nicely.
Mayfield stepping up in the pocket, rolling. Oh, he's got a whole lot of space. 10, 5, touchdown Browns as they look to tie this ball game up, and with that touchdown, the Baker Mayfield using his legs, Bomber. Something we saw a lot from him in the regular season, a part of his game that a lot of people maybe don't respect as much as other quarterbacks.
Yeah, you want to look at these two teams. There's another difference. Not only is Baker Mayfield a better quarterback in the pocket, Baker Mayfield had 64 rushing attempts for 209 yards and 6 touchdowns. He led his team in rushing touchdowns. Continues to do so in the playoffs. He's just been phenomenal, breaking plays off and taking off with his legs. We saw it right there, and right there they knocked the game up, and Cleveland's going to get the ball to start the second half.
Here, I'll show people the picture. I pulled it up on the computer. There it is. That's the puddle. It's not a puddle. It's halfway up the walls on the underpass. And she decided to drive through that. It was a great play. There. Ole Miss OSU. As Blake Bortles dropping back to pass, 16 seconds and counting, stepping up. He's going to take a deep shot. He's got the big tight end, Safarian Jenkins, but a good user swat down there, Bomber. Something we didn't see from Bananas earlier in the season, using the user swat instead of going for the pick right there. Big play as he bats that ball away.
Well, if you know anything about Bananas, it's very tough for him to go for something that he knows will not give him a potential to get the ball. So going for an interception just seems so much more like the Bananas we know and love. Right there doing the smart thing. Just flatten it down. Don't give up anything. Don't give up any points. You get the ball to start the second half. Let's be smart right now for Cleveland. We got home field advantage, and now we have the possession advantage heading into the second half. All we have to do is stop Jacksonville here with 12 seconds left.
Yeah, and then the Cleveland Browns are in the driver's seat, which didn't look like the case early in this ball game as the Jacksonville Jaguars stormed out to that 10-0 lead. Play clock down under 5. Bortles going to take the snap on 2nd and 10. Only a 3-man rush from the Cleveland Browns. As Bortles going to take a deep shot over the middle, through everybody. Oh, could have been a disaster, but It ends up falling incomplete. 3rd and 10, 6 seconds left, Bomber. Gotta expect just a run play here from the Jags.
Yeah, they were really trying to get inside of field goal range. I still think they're maybe a little confused on the fact that they have 13-mile-per-hour wind going against them right now. They don't have to just get to the 40. They need to get to about the 33 to really have a chance to make a field goal here. They're going to try throwing the ball again. Bortles is really living on the edge here at the end of this half.
Pump fake from Blake Bortles. Steps up in the pocket. Bortles is going to get clobbered, and that's going to take us to halftime. 10-10 your ball game. Bomber, really the story of 2 quarters. First quarter dominated by the Jaguars. They look composed on the road, but the Cleveland Browns have stormed back to tie the game. And dare I say the Jags maybe look a little shook here going into halftime.
Yeah, it seems like momentum maybe has just kind of started turning towards the home team here, Cleveland. The crowd was a little shook early on. They kind of got their wits about them. They made a stop, cut the lead from 10-0 to 10-3, now tied it up. Now they got the ball to start the 3rd quarter and take the lead. If I was the Cleveland Browns head coach right now, if I was Hugh, I'd be in there saying, hey, guys, it's a 0-0 game right now. Let's start off this half unlike we started off the game. You guys ready? The nerves out? Well, let's get it together right now, and let's see if we can go through this home stretch and head to the Super Bowl. This is our game to win right now. Let's go out and take it.
She just texted me. She's getting pushed right now through this puddle, as it was described to me. I don't.
Having quite the event here on a
it's
Tuesday.
An eventful Tuesday. 1st and 10, play action pass. They went for the old PAFK quick, and it didn't look like the Jags were fooled by that one. Baker Mayfield's got to come out of that play action quicker.
Huge shout out to October in the chat with the subscription, tier 1 subscription. It was gifted by Colonel Sanders.
19 gift subs. How great is that?
Oh, wow. We got to do something once he gets to 50.
Yeah. Once he gets to 100, we'll do something for you. 2nd and 10.
Something really special for you, Adam, once you get to 100.
Pump fake. Mayfield's got a lot of room up the middle. They got to start spying him because Banana's going to take that all day long.
Yeah, that's the problem with man coverage. You do the double moves, very vertically driven. If your defensive line isn't getting the pressure, I mean, where's Ngakoue? We saw him earlier. Seems like they kind of cleaned it up on the offensive line for Cleveland, but you step up and you take off with the ball. It just changes everything. That double out and up, the little out and up just kind of holds the man coverage. Now he's looking, okay, that's not going to be open. Let me step up and take off with the football. Baker Mayfield doing a great job with his legs.
1st and 10 for the Cleveland Browns. I formation, Duke Johnson at the top of the I. 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. Now 2 over on the left side, just making me look silly. Play action pass for Baker Mayfield. Corner route, it's wide open. Oh, boy.
We've seen a lot of Jarvis Landry and a lot of David Njoku because you want to stay away from Boye and Jalen Ramsey. So you're going to utilize David Njoku, you're going to utilize the legs of Baker Mayfield, and you're going to sprinkle in a little bit of that JU ice. That's what I call it. It's the juice, Jarvis Landry, and he's been phenomenal for this team today. Believe it or not, only a few catches, but he's looked great. He's got to keep that cornerback core honest. As you see, Jalen Ramsey is matching up on him. But David Njoku is really what they're looking for.
Apparently there are 5 or 6 cars stuck in this pool. And they've got the fire department out there, so
it goes back to the old thing. If
one idiot does it, the other 5 will. Yeah. Shotgun formation for Baker Mayfield.
Hopefully
One formation.
She was the first idiot. Then it's not.
I hope not. Actually, I do. I hope she was the first idiot, as that was quite a move, running backwards and forwards and picking up 9 yards on the play.
Nearly 10 yards.
He ran about 30.
Okay, hold on. He ran from the 29, between the 29 and the 19, which is 10 yards. He probably ran 23 yards within those 10 yards. He went up, he went down, he went back, he went forward, he went side to side.
Yeah. All over the place.
Impressive.
It was about a 30-yard gain, but only counted for 10. 3rd and 2. It's Mayfield dropping back. Corner route, end zone, easy. Pitch and catch. Touchdown, Browns. Jarvis Landry with the catch. And the Browns, after starting off so horrendously, looking absolutely outmatched in this ball game, they have stormed back to take the lead, as they're really waiting to kick this one. Oh, he jumped it, though. He waited so long and he still missed it. 17-10. I have news. I have news for the Jaguars. It's not looking good out there.
I tell you what, it definitely has changed. This is where I said the home field advantage was going to be big in this game. Who has the best quarterback is what I usually always ask in a playoff game. That definitely is going towards the Cleveland Browns. I mean, he can pass better. He's definitely running better. He does everything better. This is the offense built for him. Then I say, who's at home? When you check off those 2 marks in a very tight game, I just felt like over time Cleveland was going to take. I know I said 38-35, but Cleveland's looking really good right now. Let's see if Jacksonville can respond.
Yeah, let's see if Blake Bortles can lead the Jags down the field. To me, he's going to be under center. 2 wide receivers. Moncrief out to the left. Lee out to the right. Leonard Fournette in the backfield. 2 tight ends. He drops back to pass. On 1st and 10. Steps up. Throws over to the right side. Little skinny post for Marquise Lee and a nice hit. Put on Lee. Bortles 6 of 12. 105 yards and a touchdown. But it has been downhill since that first quarter, Bomber. He does not look comfortable. His wide receivers aren't helping him out.
Look at Marquise Lee on the season. He had pretty good reliable hands so far. But on the year, you're talking about drops. He hasn't been that bad. 3, 4, 5, 6 on the season right there. Do we consider that a Marquise Lee drop? I know Playa would call it a drop for his wide receiver, but I don't know. He kind of threw him into a whole fist
That would have
of
been a tough
fury there.
catch. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been tough.
2nd and 10. They're going to empty out the backfield for Blake Bortles. Look for TJ Yeldon in the slot on the left side. 2nd down, stepping up is Bortles. Only a 3-man rush. He will find TJ Yeldon. Oh, a little juke move. Making the user look silly. TJ Yeldon no more as a power back. Shake and bake down the sideline to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, NBL Tat in the chat saying Tat. Jags need
NBL Tat. The Tatster.
They need to get momentum. Well, here's how you buy momentum. You put in 2K, you head to the 2K ATM, purchase some Madden momentum. Didn't cost too much. I think that's how you get it.
1st and 10. Bortles looks over to the left side. Okay, that was a drop.
That's a drop.
That's a drop.
Yeah.
That's actually a drop, yeah. Dante Moncrief's got to come down with that catch.
Yeah, number 1 receiver on this team. 77 catches, 1,185 yards, and 12 touchdowns. You got to make that play. Are the lights too bright for you? On the season, Moncrief, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drops on 77 catches. That's not bad. That's out of characteristic, not characteristic of what we have here with Dante Moncrief, but that's a big-time drop in this game. 2nd and 10 here for Jacksonville.
Cleveland's going to use a timeout. Didn't like what they saw. As we check into the chat, be sure to click on that link. Our new Witness Greatness clothing line from CFN Clothing, our official clothing sponsor. It is out. It is available now. Bomber, I got to get my
hat,
hands.
man.
I'm thinking.
Go get the hat.
I gotta get that. I'm gonna grab the hat. No, I'm gonna grab the hat. No doubt.
Yeah, how about we do it live? Go get it
We'll
right
do
now.
it live.
Order
I will get it right
everybody
now.
a
Should I
hat.
put the credit card information on the screen? Is that
Yes.
that'd be the
Yes,
best
you
way.
can try. Actually, I just got a fraud. I just had a credit card get. They're gonna send me another one.
Little fraud prevention. Oh, he's
Yeah.
taking a shot one-on-one down the left side. One-handed for Moncrief, but it's batted away. And man, Bomber, I've seen that a
think there was
couple
more
times. That looked like that crossing route from the right side was wide open,
the
crossed
red.
in front
It
of it,
ended up
and it
being
was
the red
so
route.
open.
Yep,
And that's what maybe Bortles is just trying to get too much back at one time.
Yeah, I think so. You get down. I said in order to beat Lip, you have to get up 2 scores. Right now, he's up 1 score, and you're starting to notice the pressure that Jacksonville is putting on themselves. They're trying to drive the ball down the field right there. Just a simple route, get across the field, pick up the 1st down. It would have picked up 10 in the air, and I think he probably could have ran for another 7. Right there, missed opportunity for Blake Bortles.
3rd and 10, shotgun formation. Another empty backfield look for Blake Bortles and the Jacksonville Jaguars on 3rd down as he drops back to pass. He's got the tight end up the seam. He's not looking there. He's got Y, though, and he's got Westbrook. D.D. Westbrook with the catch down to the 20-yard line. Takes a big hit, but what a throw. And what an interesting defensive call there, Bomber. Browns come out in a Tampa 2. They attack down the field. I do not like the play call on 3rd and 10.
You know, what we call that defensive coordinator, that's TMT. That's too much time. You can't give somebody that much time in the pocket with as many weapons and as accurate as Bortles has been this year. He's been a really accurate quarterback completion percentage-wise. You look at his stats, okay, a 100 QBR, but he's throwing 68% completion. You can't give him that much time in the pocket.
1st and 10. Oh, that's picked off.
Give me
Little
that.
user look right there. Big pick from the Browns is Michael Kendricks. He'll give you some information on some stocks to buy, and he will buy that interception. Going the other way, a big pick inside the red zone.
I'm going to take a little bit from the world here. The stock is rising on Kendricks right
Oh!
now. He is definitely looking like a hot commodity.
Oh!
Again. Oh, that was twice.
Oh, it looked like he had some inside information on that throw. Boom! Got him with the 3rd one.
Oh, that's a good one. Hey. I think he's got Martha Stewart in his
absolutely.
speed dial there.
Hey, shout out to Michael Kendricks, big fan of the NBL. 1st and 10 for the Browns after that turnover, an opportunity to put this bad boy away. Baker Mayfield drops back, blitz coming up the middle. It's picked up nicely, quick throw over the middle, big hit, but it's going to be near a 1st, down to the 28-yard line. Call it a 2nd and inches, and Bomber, they're bringing pressure, they're trying to mix up their looks, but Cleveland Browns offensive line is playing fantastic.
We're supposed to put Hound on blast. He's the only one not in the building watching the show right now.
Nice
So
job,
OSU,
Hound.
go ahead and blast Hound.
Shout out to the big head Tiki Man himself, Hound, not showing up to the NBL. Appreciate the love, my friend.
Come on, baby.
Looking
Tag
like
him in the NBL group meet.
looking like a Macy's Day
And it
float
looks
out
like
here, not
Jaguars are
showing
trying to
up.
strip the ball right here. They're getting really aggressive defensively, trying to get this ball back. I see it. This is a playoff aspiration team. I mean, year one out the box, Jacksonville Jaguars have it. Defensively, giving up 17 points with still a quarter and a half left. It's just not a good outing as far as that goes so far.
Another handoff there to Duke Johnson, picking up a couple there. The running game for the Cleveland Browns, Bomber, hasn't really been, let's go with good. It hasn't really been even a part of their offense, partly because Baker Mayfield's been so good, but that's been out of necessity a little bit.
Yeah, it absolutely has. I didn't hear what you said, but I'm agreeing with it. What was it again?
That the running game for the Browns hasn't been around all year.
Oh, yeah, Baker's been so great. Now that they're just doing this to keep him honest. Don't be surprised when the shot comes down the field.
2nd and 8, quick throw over to Hayden. Hayden can't make the play on the right side. Seen a lot of those selling out. Yeah, Hayden's the defensive players trying to sell out there.
DJ Hayden. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
and he just straight up missed. Just we've seen that a couple times. We've seen cornerbacks trying to sell out and make the diving play, and just hasn't come up for him.
Yeah, right there. He seemed in position, but DJ Hayden, that's what he is. It just seems like he's there, but he's just not a great corner. He's not Boye, and he's definitely not Jalen Ramsey. So he's one of the weaker links on his team.
Man blitz there, the mid blitz up the middle, and boy, it looked like Calais Campbell came over and made the play on, and Dante Fowler came in on that play. Bringing him back to a 2nd and 12 Bomber. The Jags haven't been able to get off the field after that first drive, though.
Serp in the chat saying Bananas is eating up the man coverage with crossers, digs, drags underneath, angle routes out the backfield. He really is. He's mixing up his coverage and his route tree, and it's just really breaking off this man coverage from the Jacksonville Jaguars, which was kind of their staple going into this season.
2nd and 12, Baker Mayfield dropping back to pass on 2nd down, waiting, and down goes Mayfield. Oh, it was Ngakoue with his 2nd sack on the day, but what a great job over the middle there, Palmer. You saw the usering of the linebacker, and it threw off Baker Mayfield. He wanted to throw to that seam route, and it just wasn't there, and eventually he gets taken down.
And Doughboy's saying his stream's stuck. He doesn't know the score. It's 17-10.
Doughboy.
Why don't you just exit out and come back in?
Why don't you use your phone? Why don't you invest in Spectrum
This is
Internet?
a
I
guy
don't tell
that
you.
pretty much still using Napster to get music.
Net zero internet, baby. 3rd and 16. Baker Mayfield, he looks underneath, completes it. It's not going to be enough for a first down. It's down to the 47-yard line as this clock turned around in the 3rd quarter. Who has the wind at this point? That was Jarvis Landry, so 6th catch on the day.
I think it'll be with Cleveland now. It should be, but I could be wrong. It might actually be with Jacksonville. Here's the interesting thing. He's past the 50. It's the 4th quarter. He could potentially go for this if he wanted to.
Now I got to punt this one away. I think the wind firmly in his face. Even from the 47-yard line, that'd be a 64-yard attempt. Thanks, Nemo. 2-run base hit from Mr. Yonder Alonso. Indians up 3-2. Boy, at this point, I do not care about them beating the White Sox, but you gotta win that one. 17-10 your score, Bomber. Do you believe in Blake Bortles to lead this comeback?
I like Blake Bortles. Over the last 4 games to close out the season, he had QBRs of 110, 79, 132, and 158. Finished the season 103.9 QBR, 26 touchdowns, 20 picks. I think he can get it done, but I think it's really going to come around if this running attack can get going. Fournette really just nowhere to go there.
Darth Ben, you are weak. And shout out to Doughboy, who says it's working finally, and then says, "Let's go, Pooh!" So even when he just wants to type "Let's go," he can't do it effectively.
You mean good Doughboy misspelled something? No way.
Darth
That
Ben, the
can't be
Rays
true.
are better than the Indians. Well, the Rays are missing the playoffs, and the Indians are division champs. So have fun sitting
Are
at
you
home in
really
October,
fall-
buddy.
Hey, don't fall into this trap.
I'm not. I'm just letting him know. Have fun sitting at home. 2nd and 12.
He knows though.
Shotgun
Hey, ask
formation.
him about the commissioner of Raw. He's really big against the.
Hey,
what's
throw
his name?
it to A! Throw it to anyone on the left side!
Yeah, he's not looking.
It's not good.
Who's the commissioner of Raw right now? What's his name? Baron Corbin. Every
No,
day,
Constable.
Darthman messages me in Grid. The first thing he does, he goes, "They're gonna fire Baron Corbin yet or not, Bomber?" he's really into that storyline, the one I really, don't care about at all. I think Matt Miller, the Flat Killer, likes Baron Corbin a lot too.
B Corbs. He's awful. He's absolutely awful.
Yeah.
He's just horrendous. He is just absolutely horrendous. Darth Ben says the Rays have more wins than the Indians. The Indians have 88 and the Rays have 87. So last I checked, the Indians have one more. That's just math. 3rd and 21, shotgun formation for Bortles. Dropping back to pass. struggling. Throws over to the left side, and Yeldon trying to make a one-handed catch. Not going to happen.
Here's the issue I have, OSU. So you got Yeldon, the halfback, lining up in the slot on the left side. You got him on a wheel route. Is that really the matchup that you want to bet your third and long on and kind of drive it in there? I don't like it. Great field position here for the Browns to start. There's some trouble here coming for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ball's out! It's picked up by the Jaguars! Jacobs with the recovery! Oh, boy! That might be what turns this game around. They finally get a break. It's a huge hit on the returner, and it's going to be Jags ball, the 46th Bomber, just like they drew it up.
Well, I can tell you this. The longest game today for the offense in Jacksonville has been a punt. Believe it or not. They just punted it 40 yards and got all of it back.
Fournette with the run, not a whole lot there. He'll pick up maybe a yard on the play, and after that big first run, Bomber, 41 yards on his first carry, Browns have done a real nice job containing Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, they have. You haven't seen much from Leonard Fournette. He usually wears you down and gets going in the second half. He had a big run early on. It just looks like Cleveland has kind of been able to keep him contained throughout this game. But yet, hey, still 4 minutes left. Let's see what they can do.
Play action pass for Blake Bortles, facing the wrong way a little bit. He's going to take a shot down the right side. One-on-one coverage again. I think he's going to get a PI. And Lee came down with a catch anyways. Oh, he came down with it at the 5-yard line. So it was one-on-one. They take the chance. They get the penalty. And Marquise Lee mans up and makes the catch.
Yeah, you look at that. That's the Martavis Bryant offense of lip right there. You're pressed up. You got the right side. He's got some juice over there. He's going to take a shot down the field. They're at the 5-yard line now. Things could get really interesting down the stretch of this AFC Championship game. NBL Season 33, broadcast 241.
We are under 4 minutes to go. Paul going in motion over to the right side on first and goal. It's going to be handoff to Leonard Fournette, trying to find the end zone. About 4 Cleveland Browns over there to greet Leonard Fournette with no gain on the play. Going to bring up a second and goal.
Here we go, second to go from the 4-yard line. You see a cover 2 invert from the Cleveland Browns against the run. This might be another, I would expect this to be another run and then potentially a pass from the Jacksonville Jaguars. They've been down for quite a while. I still think they go back to the run here with Leonard Fournette.
A lot of guys in the box. Cleveland stacking the box, trying to make sure Leonard Fournette doesn't get in the end zone. 2 wide receivers. Moncrief out to the left, Lee out to the right side. Quick 3-step drop. Oh my God! That looked like it was going right to the defender. Instead, Dante Moncrief with the big catch, and the Jags are 1 point away from tying this up. The extra point, the all-important extra point. Ball is down, kick is up, tied ball game with 3:31 to go. Bomber, how did Dante Moncrief come up with that catch?
That was just a bad read from Blake Bortles. He just squeezes it in there, but Moncrief, who had a point-blank drop earlier, and I told you on the season he only has 7 drops out of 77 catches. He holds on to that one, doesn't make the same mistake twice, but that definitely should have been a pick. That was just a bad throw.
Oh, and he's got a big return up the sidelines to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He's going to get taken down at the 10-yard line. Some poor user tackling.
You got a punt fumble that you got back that ended up being on a drive. Now he gets a special teams. Kind of tit for tat if you really want to go that route. 17-7, though.
That was some bad usering, though. You knew the jukes were coming, and I didn't see any A tackles there. I saw they were looking for the big hit.
Yeah.
Only a 10-yard drive they need here. It's going to be a play-action pass for Baker Mayfield. Pressure coming. Down goes Mayfield, and who else but Yannick Ngakoue with the 3rd sack of the day, Bomber. He cannot be contained.
This guy's the sack machine. I mean, I'm just calling it right now. It's a basic nickname. It's not even that flattering. It doesn't sound that great, but
it's really awful.
Yeah, he's just a sack machine. I mean, that's all it is. He's just a machine that gets sacks. That's all he does, and he's phenomenal at it. And right now it's a second and pretty much goal from the 19, 2nd and 19. Browns in trouble to get 6 here. Hopefully they don't turn it over.
2:48 and counting. Baker Mayfield, pump fake, looking. He's just going to throw to the fake screen. Try to use some of that user skill, AJ. Boy, he says stop it. Just sit down right here at the 15-yard line. 3rd and 15. I guess he can technically get a first down inside the 1-yard line. Jags looking for a big stop here to force a field goal.
Little fake screen wheel right there, trying to hit the guy on the right side. I just don't know about that play call. Maybe trying to play it a little bit too safe, but they're saying pick incoming for Baker Mayfield. Let's see if the MVP can get it done.
3rd and 15, 3 wide receivers. Should have left one over to the right side. It's Baker Mayfield dropping back pass. Blitz coming around the outside. Baker's being chased. He's going to toss this underneath. It is complete. No pick. Not a whole lot there. Only going to get 5 yards and going to force a field goal. Jacksonville, all 3 timeouts. They're going to be down 3. And I believe they're going to have the wind at their back.
Which is big. I mean, you got to hold Jacksonville to 3 if you can. I mean, obviously, if this kick goes in. You still got to hold Jacksonville to 3, right?
Yeah.
Now Jacksonville has to get closer because the wind is 13 miles per hour against them.
Yeah.
So that gives them a little bit more cushion. This 3-point lead, you know, if you're saying a Pittsburgh Steelers lip team, you're in trouble. You're either going to overtime or he's beating you. But with this Jacksonville Jaguar team, with the win situation, there's an opportunity here for the Cleveland Browns defense to make a play. Remember, the last drive pretty much was kind of stalling out for Jacksonville, and then they throw a bomb on the right side that they end up catching down to the 5-yard line. Those 50-50 balls, if they go in the favor of Cleveland on this drive, this could end the game.
Yep. Stalled out like my wife's engine in the middle of that pool. 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. No high safety look from the Cleveland Browns. They're going to come after Blake Bortles in the shotgun from the 25-yard line. 2:01 to go. Bortles takes the snap. Blitz right up the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, what a user pick over the middle. Oh, he's going to return it to the 15-yard line. Bomber, this is not this. I will call it right now. This does not look like the lip of last cycle. This has been pretty bad. Jacksonville's fortunate to only be down 3 in this game.
It hasn't been too sharp offensively. Let's see if Baker can come back the MVP. Oh,
Touchdown.
yeah, he does. Browns going to the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely
Browns
awful.
going to the Super Bowl 3 times in a row.
Oh, how you have that much talent defensively and that much talent offensively. Bomber, it just looked like all they could do is look for the deep ball. It was not a good. I didn't see a good read most of the game from Jacksonville Jaguars.
Missed a lot of throws. Bortles maybe a little antsy in the pocket. I saw a couple good throws, but I just didn't see it consistently throughout the game that we're accustomed to seeing. That first 2 drives, I'd say Jacksonville looked great. Kind of soured towards the middle, and then got behind, and it just became they're trying to get it all back in one. But hey, they got 3 timeouts. We've seen crazier things on NBL Live. 27-17. Let's see if they can get it done.
My wife just texted me, how am I supposed to know that the water was that deep? Probably it was up to your hood and you could see it on the walls. Maybe that. Smart lady. 1st and 10. Blake Bortles in the shotgun. TJ Yeldon to his left. Play action pass. Oh, Yeldon with a little chip block. He's got wide down the field. Oh, right into his hands. Dante Moncrief. Big catch down to the 36-yard line. The Jags got to hurry. But a nice throw there from Blake Bortles. But Bomber looked like he almost missed it. It seemed like he waited way too long to throw that ball.
Yeah, I think he was looking for the receiver to pull away right there. It didn't really happen. Moncrief did a great job of holding his position, but didn't really pull away like Bortles thought he was.
Bortles is going to get sacked here. Nope, he's going to get taken down. You can't take a hit like that. Clock running, 1:20 to go. Jags have all 3 timeouts, but they need 2 scores. Bobby, do you ever contemplate just kicking the field goal here?
No, I never do, but it's not a bad. That's a Draco theory. I call that a Draco theory. He definitely would think about that right now.
2nd and 9, throw over the middle, complete
Goes right to the
Safarian
user. He had
Jenkins.
RB, would have walked into the same spot. Instead, he tested against the user.
I wouldn't. If there are many users who I might test. Bananas is not one of them. He has shown today a propensity to make the big play. 1st and 10, bunch formation, through to the right side. Dropping back to passes. Bortles waiting. He throws over to the left side, finds Marquise Lee. You got to get out of bounds. You have to get out of bounds. He gets out of bounds.
He runs another 10 yards inside a little small circle on the left side.
A little spin, break a tackle. Browns don't want to tackle him, and he runs out of bounds. It hasn't been pretty, the prettiest of runs after the catch, but it has been enough. 44 seconds to go, and the Jaguars are down 10 points. Blake Bortles dropping back on 1st and 10. Steps over to the right, steps up, back of the end zone, sails it on Clark.
He didn't have to.
That one. Yeah.
He didn't have to high pass it. He just tried to, and he high passed it, and he just lost control over it. I think Blake could have just thrown that right at the receiver. Would have been an easy peasy lemon squeezy touchdown. Bonus coverage, a little bit slang right there, but yeah, that was an opportunity. Back at the end zone, put up 7, and then Bortles tries to get cute and high pass. He still has 3 timeouts though.
Okay, so there's something very funny. As many people know, as Blake Bortles stepping back on 2nd goal, he's going to take a sack. Can't do that there. Can't do that. Now you're in trouble. Clock's running. As everybody knows, Nightbot can be a little angry. It does see FG for field goal as a slur. So, just to let everybody know. It does. It asked me to reprove as that throw to the back of the end zone. D.D. Westbrook comes down, touchdown. 19 seconds left, though, Bomber. They've got 3 timeouts, but I feel like, boy, they didn't use those timeouts because they were hoping to kick the ball back to the Browns and maybe get a stop, but
That's a double-edged sword. I mean, the
Hey,
time's running out. You're trying to save time. I mean, it doesn't roll over. You got 19 seconds and 3 timeouts. To me, each play takes 2 to 3 seconds, so even if you did get a 3 stops, you still left yourself with 9 seconds left.
Can they get the onside kick? Down 3, 19 seconds to go. All 3 timeouts for the Jags, but they're going to need a miracle here as the onside kick is away, and it is immediately picked up by the Cleveland Browns. It wasn't very good at all. And so with 18 seconds left, bottom of the Jags are going to use all 3 timeouts, but by that point, the Jags are going to get a punt back. Maybe 6 seconds on the clock. They're going to have to return the kick. Or get a penalty, I guess. A defensive penalty.
All right, so the quote of the day, I guess I got it. Porter in the chat's clowning me. I said, he's just a sack machine. He's a machine that gets sacked.
Gets sacks,
it's that simple. That's not bad, bro. That's not,
Motor
it's
in the
simple.
chat says big punt return after 3 and out to put him in field goal range. I don't think there's enough time. I'm gonna guess this might be a halfback wham.
Yeah, you're talking about a punt return's going to take, that's 6 seconds.
Nope, it's the halfback pitch to the left side. Duke Johnson has some room. Got
Should've
away
just
with the
kept running.
tackle. Yeah.
It should have kept running because there's much more to gain as 2 seconds go off the clock. Got to call timeout quicker. There's much more to gain if you just continue to run and stay in bounds. Right there.
The fat
maybe
lady's
go on
humming. No, she's singing. She's on the stage. This game's over. Cleveland Browns going to represent the AFC for the 3rd straight season. Bomber 2 owners, but 3 straight seasons for this Cleveland Browns team. Far cry from real life.
Definitely a different underworld here that we're living in here in the NBL.
Hand off Duke Johnson up the middle. Going for the strip. Duke Johnson holds on to the ball. He has 7 seconds left. They're not even going to get the ball back.
Yeah, I think you could punt it up and probably through the end zone, and it probably will burn 7 seconds in the air. And you still got to run one more play here. I would probably just take a knee here. There's no point of even risking a fumble if I'm the Cleveland Browns.
Just punt it now.
Yeah. No, not punting out. Just take a knee and then punt it. Yeah, take a knee
Yeah,
and you'll take a second or 2, and then the punt, you should be able to punt through.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to risk it, but they're going to hand it off over to Duke Johnson. Takes the hit. 3, 2, timeout. 2 seconds left. I mean, you can go for it here, right? You're on the other side of the 50.
Yeah, you could go for it.
I just go for it.
Go for it and end the game. Yeah, what's the point of getting blocked? Run some kind of play where you just shotgun it, run it back, and then fall down. But then they'll probably get you for intentional grounding, flip the play.
Roll outside the pocket and just chuck it out.
Just throw it away, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to try to come after this punt. All right, the clock's 0. Yeah, you just kick it as hard as you can. That's going to be your ball game. The Cleveland Browns, 27-24, a huge victory today.
All right, I'm out of here. I gotta go get
Thanks for tuning in.
the boys. Hey.
Bomber.
Great job, OSU. Great job.
Hey, good luck.
What? Oh, yeah, I need that. It's Hoyer the Destroyer time.
Hoyer
This time instead of destroying the opponent, he's going to destroy the Lions.
Oh, boy.
We're out.
Good luck.
Bye.
See ya. Browns the big win here at home to represent the AFC for the 3rd straight year. And what a job by Bananas getting that team to the Super Bowl title, looking for a championship in Cleveland. Honestly, Lip didn't even go out and pump. I don't know. As we await the second game of our doubleheader, we're gonna have a little quick pregame show. Give me a second to switch over these graphics. But big shout out to the Cleveland Browns with a huge win today. Let's see if they're your final stats for the game. Baker Mayfield, 247 yards, completed 85% of his throws. Blake Bortles, much worse, 53% completion percentage, 283 yards. He's just looking downfield, looking for the home run. Way too much today. And just like that, quickly switched over. One more game to go here on our doubleheader. Hold on. I now have to give my wife my credit card number to renew her AAA membership so somebody can come and tow her. We're going to be having a discussion tonight about smart decisions. Then again, if we're talking about smart decisions, she married me, so... Yeah, I will order a shirt. I actually want to get the hat. Weren't a ton of these hats made, but I still love these MBL Network hats. But I gotta get the Witness Greatness hat. Let's see. Oh, we've already got the stream up. Z-Star holding it down. Lions and Cowboys coming up next. They are up. They are getting ready. Doubleheader, championship action. Hey, it's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new show. Let's play that sweet new pregame intro one more time. And of course, as always, our pregame show brought to you each and every week by our graphic sponsor, Web3ks.com. They do so much for our MBL network. You see their graphics everywhere. If you or anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, hit up Web3ks.com. Now, let them know MBL sent you. You'll get 15% off your entire order. Web3ks.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. MBL Live broadcast 241 continues with game 2 of our championship doubleheader. We're going to fill the Super Bowl up for the right to face the Cleveland Browns. Came out with that big victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars. It is the Cowboys sitting there at 14-2, taking on the Detroit Lions at 12-4. I'm hoping they get in the lobby soon. Although I assume part of that is Bomber's loading up his game. Coming over, and big shout out to Bomber. What a trooper. I know he doesn't usually like coming on to these broadcasts before he has to play, but I would certainly appreciate it, especially with this whole my wife is in a floating car thing, which is just awesome. As they get in the lobby, let's take a look at the players to watch for today's game between the Cowboys and the Lions. First on the side of the Detroit Lions, Jarrad Davis is having a very nice season in the middle of that Lions defense. 39 tackles, 2 sacks, 7 interceptions. This is going to be the guy you see usured the most by Bomber, and this is the guy who needs to have a big game because the Dallas Cowboys have struggled. They have struggled to throw the ball to anybody other than Will Tye for a lot of this season. We have seen Cole Beasley have some nice games, but Will Tye has been that real weapon. Jarrad Davis is going to be tasked with dealing with Will Tye, especially on some of these seam routes. So look for Jarrad Davis to have a big game, or if he gets blown open by Will Tye, you're going to see the Detroit Lions struggling. On the flip side, and by the way, another player to watch, Brian Hoyer. Nomad Stafford out for the season. Brian Hoyer has led the team to the NFC Championship game once again. So Brian Hoyer is going to have to be very good against the Cowboys defense that is incredibly difficult to play against. And one of those guys that is tough to play against is Jeff Heath, the strong safety for the Dallas Cowboys. 52 tackles on the year, 8 interceptions, 7 additional passes deflected. That's how good this defense is. There are just so many places where you can look at this Dallas Cowboys team and you can see where their strengths are. The offensive line, one of the best in the NBL. They've got one of the best running backs. They actually have the leading rusher in Ezekiel Elliott. Cool. This Cowboys team. Sorry, I'm just dealing with wife things. This Cowboys team is incredibly talented at every position, and because of that, it's going to be a tough game for the Detroit Lions to come out with a win because the Lions just don't have the talent that this Dallas Cowboys team has. And that's what we got. Let's see. I think Bleach Report has some picks. There they are. Not quite a split down the middle. 5-2. The Bleacher Report team picking the Dallas Cowboys, and owner Z-Star looking for his 3rd straight title. 5 of the Bleacher Report team. picking Z-Star to get his third straight. JB and Double A doing what I usually do, which is you never pick against Bomber, and that's just how good Bomber is. It's time for the predictions. Get your predictions in the chat, folks. As we've got this NFC Championship game coming up now. It's going to be a tight one. I've played both of these teams, able to come out in Week 12, regular season game, able to come out with a victory over Z-Star. Lost to this Detroit Lions team, which, by the way, shout out to... You didn't quite see it. I wonder if it'll come up again. It's fixed now. It was two-headed Detroit Lions guy. It was terrifying. I've played this Falcons. My Falcons played the Lions in the divisional round. This is a tough one to call. I just think the talent differential on the side of the Dallas Cowboys is too much for this Detroit Lions team. But in any normal game, I would pick the Dallas Cowboys because of that talent differential. But the one advantage nobody talks about is the fact that the Detroit Lions owner, Bomber, is the host of BTF. They've watched this Dallas Cowboys team. They know where this Dallas Cowboys team is. They know how bad they have played at the end of the season. They have some inside information as to its weapons. And I never pick against Bomber. So I'm going to take the Detroit Lions to win this game. Give me 24-21. Should be a close battle. Let's get to the game, folks. Second half of our doubleheader coming up next. It's the NFC Championship game. We're going to fill this Super Bowl for the right to face the Cleveland Browns. It is the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. It's coming up right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the MBL Network. Holla.
Empty backfield for Atkins. He's been dropping back to pass here on fourth down. He's looking deep over the middle. He has a man. It's Brandon Cooks who catches it, makes a man miss.
Oh, that's
Woodard is
touchdown.
dropping back. He's got open over the middle. It's
Wow. That big playmaker
Look
ability
at
as
him
he
go.
finds him again.
Into the end zone. Another touchdown.
NBL Live broadcast 241 continues here on the NBL Network. It is the NFC Championship game between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys for the right to face the Cleveland Browns in the NBL Season 33 Super Bowl. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I am OSU. It's going to be the Detroit Lions starting with the ball first. No Matt Stafford, injured a couple weeks before the end of the regular season. I think it was week 14. It has been the Brian Hoyer show. Hoyer the Destroyer needing to lead this team to yet another Super Bowl for the Detroit Lions. As the Detroit Lions breaking the huddle, you see Brian Hoyer at the helm. He comes out under center, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side, 1 over to the right. The tight end Luke Wilson on the right side of that offense. On first and 10, it's going to be Brian Hoyer dropping back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket, waiting, looks over the middle of the field. Boy, almost picked off. Looking for Golden Tate. Got to look for on the offense for the Detroit Lions. You're going to be looking for Martavis Bryant. He came over from Oakland. He has been the X factor. Has been really, I think, their best player the second half of the season. Has dealt with some injuries, but he is a tough matchup. Lions changing something up in terms of their lineup. And it's going to be a 2nd and 10 for Detroit. Just an update. I won't take the stream down, but I might have to leave. Because my wife will need a pickup at some point. She's called AAA looking for a tow. I think it's going to be a 2nd. But just a heads up. Just keeping you guys informed. 2nd and 10. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Bryant going in motion as Brian Hoyer looks over to the left side, completes a little corner route. Nice throw there from Brian Hoyer. Some pressure was coming on the outside in that cover one. No panic as he finds Antonio Gates, finding a little bit of that fountain of youth. Nice throw by Brian Hoyer to pick up the first down. This Dallas Cowboys team has been one of the best in the NBL, 14-2 across the season, but I think if anybody has watched, BTF Detroit Lions, you can check it out on our YouTube page, youtube.com. /Madden Bomber League. Wait, hold on. Right there. They just had their last episode, so you can check out the whole series over on our YouTube channel. As Brian Hoyer looks underneath, completes it, flag down on the play. This one might be coming back. We'll see. As it is indeed a hold against Taylor Decker. Going to back him up to a 1st and 20. But if anybody has watched BTF, you've seen this Cowboys team, while they're 14-2, they haven't looked good. They've had a lot of close wins, some sloppy wins, but at the end of the day, they have been able to find a win. We'll see if they can do it today here at home against the Detroit Lions. Play action pass. Hoyer just gets clobbered. That was just a bad play all around. It was a rollout to the left side. It might have been flipped. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it was not good. It was just not good. Eric G saying Hoyer the key to this game. Jamie saying Z will need to find a way to get pressure to win. Absolutely, pressure on the quarterback is the way to beat this Detroit Lions team. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Jones out to the left, Brian out to the right. Gates coming in motion. On 2nd and 20, it's a play action pass. Boy, this offensive line, they absolutely contained my pass rush. Brian Hoyer just went down with an injury. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Who's 3rd string? Who's coming in now? Anyone? That's a problem. Let's see. 3rd string quarterback. Jake Rudock. Woo, boy. The Rudemeister on 3rd and 20 coming in to the NFC Championship game. Rudock takes the snap. 3-man rush from the Dallas Cowboys. Stepping up is Rudock. He's got a man over the middle. Oh, just easy pitch and catch. Boy, Rudock didn't need a whole lot of time to complete that 42-yard pass. Great protection. 3-man rush from the Dallas Cowboys. He finds Golden Tate, the sure-handed wide receiver, for a 1st down. What a job by Jake Rudock. Be interesting to see what happened to Brian Hoyer, if he will come back in this game. Which will be the Jake Rudock show. 1st and 10 for Rudock and the Detroit Lions. 3 wide receivers. 2 over to the right side. 1 over to the left side. Rudock dropping back. Only a 4-man rush from the Dallas Cowboys. He's going to try to do a little touch pass over there. A little too much touch from Rudock. As broken ribs for Brian Hoyer, he will not be returned to this game. So, it's the Jake Rudock show, boys and girls. Jake Rudock, the 3rd-year man out of the University of Michigan. Boy, coming and playing for the hometown Detroit Lions, trying to lead them to a Super Bowl appearance. And boy, oh boy, this is going to be tough. 72, 76, 77, deep, mid, and short. So he's got 88 throw power. Stats aren't awful. 59 awareness, though. Not quite what you're looking for in a quarterback. 2nd and 10, 3 wide receivers to the right. 1 over to the left side. Rudock dropping back to pass. Blitz coming up the middle. It's actually picked up nicely, and then not picked up nicely, and then picked off by the defensive line. It came out of Rudock's hands and right into the hands of Sean Lee going the other way. Bad news, Bears. Unlucky break for the young quarterback, Jake Rudock, and the Dallas Cowboys get their first stop of the game. Hand up Zeke Elliott up the middle. Oh, big hit right there on Zeke. And, well, Zeke popped up. He's hurt, but I can see him right there. He looks, oh, he's leaving. He's going away. Probably a minor injury. But, yeah, it's a big turnover. Little Fish saying massive turnover. Double A, is there a quarterback behind Rudock? I'll let you know. Let's see. Depth chart. No, there is not. If Rudock gets hurt, I believe it's the punter. Can Bomber figure out a run game? Absolutely not. Shotgun formation for Dak Prescott. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The tight end will tie on the left side in the slot. DeMarco Murray into the game at halfback with that injury to Zeke Elliott. It's a handoff to Murray up the middle. He's going to fight forward near the 1st down marker. They're going to call him at the 50-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and inches. Murray's certainly a very serviceable backup. He's actually had a real nice season for a guy who has had a large volume of carries. Let's see. 3rd and inches. Let's see if the Cowboys decide to try to run it or if they're going to try to throw it. They're going to run it with DeMarco Murray. He's going to put down his head, pick up the first down. Easy, 5 yards. I didn't like the look there. Zeke Elliott sprained wrist. He'll be back in the game. That was an overthrown Brave, but it didn't look like a very good blitz. The linebackers took a long time to get in the backfield. Murray on the season, only 25 carries, but he has 3 touchdowns. As the handoff to Zeke Elliott over the left side, he'll pick up 4 down to the 41-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Zeke Elliott, of course, the only 1,000-yard rusher in the NBL this year, 1,120 yards, 15 touchdowns. Murray has 3 touchdowns. Bo Scarborough on 3 carries has 1 touchdown. So this is the Zeke Elliott train, and it's going to be what the Dallas Cowboys use to establish really their entire offense. As a blitz right up the middle, Prescott takes a hit but gets rid of it quickly, completes it near the first down marker at the 35-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, first pass completed, and another 3rd and inches for the Dallas Cowboys. Key for the Cowboys to stay in these 3rd and manageable. 3rd and inches, of course, very manageable with a back like Ezekiel Elliott. Heavy box now for the Detroit Lions. Zeke Elliott in the backfield. They're gonna run it with Zeke Elliott, and this offensive line is just too good on these 3rd and inches, and the Detroit Lions bring corner blitzes. They're going to have to come out on these 3rd and inches. In some of these 46 formations where they have a bunch of linebackers, the box is 9, 10 deep, and they're just going to have to trust their corners and make Dak Prescott make the throws, because if you let Ezekiel Elliott beat you, you're going to get killed. 1st and 10 for Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Looks like it's going to be another handoff to Zeke Elliott. Nice job on the interior of that Detroit line. Able to get to Ezekiel Elliott, bring him down for a 2-yard loss. Gerard Davis in on the tackle. He's going to bring up a 2nd and 12. Bananas in the chat. Hey, Bananas. Congrats, my friend. Congrats. Good win. 2nd and 12 for the Dallas Cowboys. It is a shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Will Tye on the right side as well. The tight end in the slot. Look for him. He is one of the favorite targets of Dak Prescott. He's got Zeke Elliott to his right. Dropping back to pass. Is Dak Prescott rolling out to the right side? Waiting, looking. Don't really know how I missed that throw over there. It was a little bit to the left, but looks like the wide receiver could very easily stepped over and made the catch. His head's going to set up a 3rd and 12. And Lip, join us as the MBL Network in the chat. Congratulations on a fantastic season, and thanks for a great game, you guys. Very, very fun to call that one, as we've got a great game here. As the Detroit Lions looking to get a big stop on 3rd and 12. It is Dak Prescott in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side, 1 over the right side. Will Tye on the right side as well. Zeke Elliott now split out wide. Look for Will Tye over the middle here on 3rd down. Looks underneath. There's that little double slant action. Sent Zeke on a shallow slant. Sent Will Tye on the post route. The linebacker had to make a choice. He guarded Will Tye. Zeke Elliott picks up 15. It's a big first down. First and 10 for the Dallas Cowboys. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 over the left side. Dak Prescott drops back to pass on 1st and 10. Looking for Will Tye. Challenge the user. And a good user play there. Putting the hit on Will Tye, making sure he doesn't make that catch. A little stick and nod route. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Look for Zeke to get a carry here on 2nd down. They're going to get Zeke Elliott involved as they're inside the red zone. Ball's on the 17-yard line. Very sustained drive after the pick by Jake Rudock. Pushed into action after Brian Hoyer's injury. It's a handoff to Zeke Elliott over the left side, and he's got 9 yards once again. And so far, this Detroit Lions team is having trouble getting through that first level, trying to get to Zeke Elliott, and he's picking up 8, 9 yards. Baby. Big shout out to Tout. Just subscribe with Twitch Prime. 2 months of subscription. Appreciate it, my friend. 3rd and 1 for the Dallas Cowboys. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. Zeke Elliott in the backfield on 3rd down. It's going to be a handoff to Zeke, cuts it up the middle, gets the first down. It's just too easy on 3rd and 1. And even when the Lions are bringing blitzes, the blitzes just aren't there quick enough. The offensive line is creating holes, and now it's a 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. As it's a very sustained drive, a lot of Zeke Elliott, big 3rd down conversions from this Dallas Cowboys team on 1st and goal. 46 seconds and count. 3 wide receivers, and it's going to be a handoff to Zeke Elliott over the left side. And Zeke Elliott's still driving forward. He's still going to pick up 4 yards. They had 4 guys on him. Zeke Elliott was still able to pick up 4. It's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. J-Y calling for lion stunt. Oh, lion stunt! Once again, folks, I apologize for continually checking the old telephone. Don't like doing it on live on stream, but I'm waiting to hear if my wife needs to be picked up from her storm situation. 2nd and goal. 2 tight ends over the left side, 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side for Dak Prescott. It's going to be a toss play to DeMarco Murray. A nice pursuit by the Lions defense, able to hold him. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. And you got to think Zeke Elliott's going to get a carry. You got to think it's going to be the Zeke train. Eric saying this Cowboys O-line could make me look good at halfback. Yeah, it's too good. As it's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. 0-0 the score, but the big story in this one. Double A, why you put in DeMarco? It was probably just a fatigue thing. Big story in this one. Brian Hoyer pushed into action because of the injury to Matt Stafford in week 14 or 15. Stafford should be back for the Super Bowl if the Lions make it there. He gets hurt with broken ribs, so Jake Rudock has to come into the game. The only quarterback left on the roster. 3rd and goal. This is going to be a halfback wham. Swaim coming in motion. Wham right up the middle. But Murray is stood up. No Zeke Elliott taking that carry. Murray takes it. He gets taken out of the 2-yard line, and the Lions defense holds as they're going to force a field goal from the Dallas Cowboys. This one, a 19-yard chip shot from the left half. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. 3-0 your score, but that's a win. For the Detroit Lions, Zeke Elliott not on the field for those last 2 carries. A double A saying Zeke gets there. Absolutely. You got to think Zeke gets there. As the kick is away and the Detroit Lions going to need to find some offense from somewhere. This is a team that's a pass-first offense. Always has been here in the NBL. Always number 1 or 2, top 5 passing offense, bottom 5 rushing offense. They don't run the ball very well. Very akin to the actual real-life Detroit Lions, who just had their first 100-yard rusher in 5 years last night. Or, yeah, it was the last night. It was 2 nights ago with Kerryon Johnson getting 102 yards. 1st and 10 for Jake Rudock and the Detroit Lions. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left side, 1 over to the right. On 1st and 10, it's going to be Rudock dropping back to pass. Waiting. Not a whole lot open, but he finds Martavis Bryant. Little corner route. It's going to rely on Bryant a lot, who showed a nice job getting separation on the right side, able to pick up the 1st down at the 44-yard line. Gov saying, would have taken a stamina timeout just for Zeke. Yeah, it's certainly would have been an interesting call just to get Zeke Elliott back on the field. But DeMarco Murray, by far, is no slouch of a running back. It was just a good job by the Detroit Lions there. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right. Marvin Jones alone on the left side on 1st and 10. It's a very interesting defense called. As a blitz coming from the left side, picked up nicely. Quick out route on the right side. Easy pitch and catch for Jake Rudock. And that's what the Lions offense is going to have to do. They're going to have to call plays to get Jake Rudock into some sort of rhythm. He's not a very good quarterback, folks. Stats-wise, he's just not. But rhythm is everything in this league. You just got to get your young quarterback into a rhythm here in this big game here on the road. Already thrown 1 interception. More of a bad luck interception than anything. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side, 1 to the right, tight end Wilson on the right side of that formation as well. Toss play out to the right side and got a little juke moving. Got a nice run there on 1st down. Donnell Pumphrey picking up 8 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 2. And boy, if the Lions can just get a couple of those 7-8 yard chunk runs, it keeps the Dallas Cowboys from just guessing pass all the time. It keeps them on their toes, and that opens it up for Jake Rudock. So first run play of the game, picks up 8 because you knew the Dallas Cowboys were looking for another throw from Jake Rudock. Second and 2. From the Detroit Lions, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side, 1 split wide right. That is Golden Tate. He's got Donnell Pumphrey in the backfield on 2nd down. He's going to hand it off to Donnell Pumphrey over the left side. He's going to pick up a 1st down up to the 35-yard line. Lowering the shoulder and backing it in there. Beep, beep. The Pumphrey train picking up a 1st down. I got you, Bananas. BCR, I got it. No, I got you. Unisolated saying, I fully expected a spin, not a juke. You come to expect that. You've seen so many spin moves here on NBL Live, but there's a little subtle juke from Donnell Pumphrey. as it is Jake Rudock under center, 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 over the right side, 1 tight end on the right side of that formation as well. 1st and 10. Dropping back to pass is Jake Rudock. Waiting. He finds the corner out. Spin move! There's a spin move on isolated! There's a touchdown for the Lions! Jake Rudock looks like the veteran as he finds Luke Wilson, a little corner out, and the spin cycle, whoop! Right into the end zone! What a play for the Lions! What an answer! After a disastrous first drive that ended with the injury to Brian Hoyer, the interception, they stop him for 3, and then they just drive down in 5 plays, 74 yards, touchdown Lions, they have the lead. Yep, there it is. That's the one. Root dot indeed. As the kick is away. And the Dallas Cowboys needing to respond. They return this out of the end zone to the 10, to the 15, down to the 20, to the 25. Take down at the 27-yard line. We can see Dak Prescott in this offense that was led by Zeke Elliott. A lot of runs, a lot of 3rd and inches were picked up by Zeke, who this offensive line just sort of overmatched this Detroit Lions this Detroit Lions defense. But they couldn't find the end zone. Handed it to DeMarco Murray twice on 2nd and goal and 3rd and goal. Couldn't get in the end zone. 1st and 10. Bunch formation, 3 to the right side, 1 over to the left side. Zeke Elliott. He's going to take the toss over the right side. He's going to run into his own blocker. That helped him a little. He's got a 1st down and more. Tries to make a juke move, but did just a little too early. He'll pick up a nice gain, though, to the 42-yard line. Him 15 on the play. He's going to bring up a 1st and 10. And now it's 1st down for Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right side. Play action pass. Nice little cut block there by Zeke Elliott. But it just didn't matter as Anthony Zettel gets to Dak Prescott. The blitz called up at the right time. Watch this. Zettel gets cut blocked. He just shakes it off. Says, no thank you. He's going to take him down anyways. The Wookiee couldn't get it done there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 18 for Dak Prescott and the offense. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the right side. 1 over to the left side. 2 in the backfield with Dak Prescott. Play action pass. Dropping back is Prescott. Waiting. Not a lot of pressure. He's going to take a deep shot. What a user play. The safety coming over and making the deflection. And that's the smart one, folks. Watch that play right there. That is what you have to do to be a great user in the NBL in any league. Takes control of the safety, and instead of going for the big hit, he comes in with the swat and just bats it away as it gets there. Really great play. 3rd and long for Dak Prescott and the offense. Empty backfield. Dak spreading them out. He's got a little bunch formation tight to the line. Elliott split out wide to the right. Allen Hurns split out wide to the left. Blitz coming from the lines. It is picked up, though, and that is trouble as that throw right at the line, but he didn't run the route at the line. Elliott is going to be stopped short 4th and inches as A'Shawn Robinson going down on that play. Not Allen Robinson, A'Shawn Robinson. I'm shocked that that route wasn't run at the sticks. Big tackle made there before Zeke Elliott could get to the 1st down marker. 4th and inches. The kick is away. It's inside the 5-yard line. A little backspin on that boy. It's going to be touchdown at the 4-yard line. That's where Jake Rudock gets to come back out on the field. Sherbert SF. Final score, Browns-Jags 27-24. Brownies came out on top. It was a great ball game. Yeah, fella, it was a weird animation. I thought the same thing. I was like, did he drop it? Because he put it down right away, but just got stopped short of the line. Appreciate everybody tuning into NBL Live Broadcast 241. Who will face the Cleveland Browns in the Season 33 Super Bowl? 1st and 10. Jake Rudock under center, 3 wide receivers to the right side, 1 over to the left. He's got 1 in the backfield as well. Dropping back to pass on 1st down. Only a 4-man rush. Quick throw underneath for the tight end who cannot come up with the catch. Rudock 4-7, 106, a touchdown. The interception, not really his fault. Got hit as he threw. It sort of fell into the lap of the defender. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Governor, Bomber going to run away here? Nope. This is a tough situation. Pinned in your own end zone, and at the end of the day, this Lions team does not have a run game. So will they attempt to run it here? They've had a little bit of success, but they're going to empty out the backfield for Jake Rudock. 3-man front shown by the Dallas Cowboys, changing up the play as he surveys this Dallas Cowboys defense. Dropping back is Jake Rudock. Steps up in the pocket, looks over the middle of the field, batted away. Nice play. Over the middle. Looking for Martavis Bryant on a little skinny post. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 in Detroit. This Dallas defense playing well. Keeping them pinned. A lot of contain you're seeing here. Not letting Rudock step up in the pocket, roll outside of the pocket, excuse me. I'd like to see Rudock step up, maybe take off there. Get 5 yards, get up to the 9-yard line, give yourself a little more room. Instead, 3rd and 10. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 over to the left side. Drops back to pass. Blitz coming around the right side, quick throw. It's complete to Martavis Bryant. He was wide open. He's got a first down and more to the 31-yard line. Give him 27 on the play. Calm, cool, and collected. A lot of moving pieces. His man got lost. Martavis Bryant got going and picks up a big first down. Yeah, Martavis Bryant has been a stud since coming over from Oakland. Big shout out to Doughboy for trading that guy away to the Detroit Lions. Bunch formation, 3 to the left side, pistol formation. For Jake Rudock, he'll run it over to the right side, trying to find some room over there. Pick up a couple yards, maybe a yard and a half down to the 32-yard line. Gonna bring him a 2nd and 9 for Donnell Pumphrey. Only reason I don't like that one, I know the Lions are gonna want to run the ball, keep things mixed up, not let the Dallas Cowboys keep guessing pass and feasting on Jake Rudolph. I just didn't like the power run away from all the blockers. I don't think the Lions have the offensive line to make that work. 2nd and 9, I formation for Jake Rudock. So he drops back to pass, only a 4-man rush. Quick throw, corner out once again. Golden Tate feet and bouncing. They are burning them on these corner routes. We haven't seen a whole lot of corner routes in this game, guys. This game, nerfed C routes, nerfed corner routes, but they do work when they are supposed to, and that was a man coverage. Golden Tate probably has a little bit of speed advantage on these Dallas Cowboys corner. And it's a nice throw by Jake Rudock over the top. 1st and 10 as the Detroit Lions with Jake Rudock almost in midfield. They're at the 49-yard line. 3 wide receivers, 2 over the left side, 1 over to the right. 2:05 and counting as Rudock changing up this play. 2:01, and we're going to hit the 2-minute warning before they are able to call this play. 7-3 Detroit on top. But what a job Rudock has done in this game to come in and play well. First and 10 for the Detroit Lions. 2-minute warning there, the 49-yard line. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 over to the left side. 1 tight end on the right side of that formation. Rudock dropping back on 1st down. Blitz picked up nicely. Rudock rolls out, waits till the last minute, and finds who else but Martavis Bryant, who turns it upfield. And look at him fight forward for yards. Another great pitch and catch. The rack yardage being rolled up by Martavis Bryant as he gets all the way up to the 20-yard line. What a job by Martavis. 3 catches, 77 yards on the day. Cougs thought it would be more scoring. Yeah, you know, Brian Hoyer at the helm, maybe. Broken ribs, bananas. But I don't know. These two defenses play tougher than I think people give them credit for. The offenses are very good. They're not quite as explosive. These defenses are really a strength for both these teams. 1st and 10, shotgun formation for Jake Rudock. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right side, 1 over to the left side. He has changed up these plays like a veteran. Dropping back to pass is Rudock. 4-man rush from the Dallas Cowboys. Rolling, waiting. And Rudock's just going to run out of bounds. Take the 2-yard loss. That's a smart play by Rudock. Just nobody open. Maybe looking for that corner out. It was well covered by the user. And he'll just take a 2-yard loss instead of forcing something downfield. Second and 12 for the Detroit Lions. They're on the 22-yard line. Rudock's in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 over the right side. The tight end Luke Wilson on the left side in the slot. They're going to run it here on 2nd down. What a jump cut there by Donnell Pumphrey. You've seen the one-cut mechanic here in Madden 19. That was it to a T. He plants his foot and takes off, picking up 7, getting a big 3rd and 5. What a nice run there by the Detroit Lions and Donnell Pumphrey. Now 3rd down. Lions looking for a big conversion here. A touchdown would make things incredibly difficult on Dallas Cowboys offense that has struggled in the last couple of weeks. Shotgun formation. Rudock takes the snap on 3rd and 5. Waiting, steps up. Rudock looks like he's going to try to take off, but just a little too much speed there in the middle. That looked like a cover 2. Cover 1 with the double buzz. Nice job there. Good defense by the Dallas Cowboys as they're going to be forced to settle for a field goal here from the 14-yard line. This a 31-yard attempt from the left hash mark. Ball is down. Kick is up, and it is true right down the middle. 10-3, your score. Detroit on top. Real nice drive there. Defensively, a good stop by the Dallas Cowboys. You're going to see a lot of man coverage from this Dallas Cowboys team. They trust their cornerbacks to man up these Detroit Lions wide receivers, who maybe is the weakest part of their team. Not a whole lot of talent, but Martavis Bryant, the addition of them really helped him out. As right up the middle, boy, if he doesn't just run straight into them, that guy, he might still be running. Instead, Antonio Gates makes a nice tackle. First and 10 for Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 over the left side. Prescott chew the train horn. So he takes the snap here, 4-man rush. From the Lions, he's got a man over the top, wide open. It's a first down and more. He's going to go all the way. 1 pitch over the top. He beat his man off the line, and he was able to find the end zone. Easy pitch and catch for Allen Hurns right over the top. The Cowboys looking to tie this ball game up with 1 swing of the bat. The kick is up. It is good. We've got a 10-10 ball game. Yeah, there was just no help over the top. That was an easy beat off the line, and we'll see what that does to the Lions defense. You get beat over the top, you wonder if you'll see a little more soft coverage, or if the Lions are going to continue to be aggressive, continue pressing up these wide receivers and forcing Dak Prescott to make the right read. Right there, Prescott made a perfect read. It was a clean break off the line. And now Jake Rudock's back out on the field. It seemed like, so long ago we were talking about Rudock sitting on the bench. It was just a short time. As a quick throw over to the right side, and who else but Martavis Bryant coming up with another catch at the 46-yard line. Boy, if I'm Dallas, if I'm Z-Star, I'm using on Martavis Bryant. That's what I tried to do in the NFC divisional game, and it worked out okay. It still lost, but you got to lock up Bryant, because I don't know if Jones and Tate can beat you. First and 10. Jake Rudock under center, 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the right side, 1 over to the left side. Donnell Pumphrey into the game at halfback. It's going to be Rudock dropping back to pass. 3-man rush from the Dallas Cowboys. Rudock steps up in the pocket, looks underneath, trying to find Golden Tate, but a big hit by Sean Lee on Golden Tate. Incomplete pass. Going to make up a 2nd and 10. Draco in the chat saying Bryant for MVP. Homer Hankey saying methodical drive, then heave ho. 2nd down and 10. 2 tight end, 2 wide receiver look. As Bryant's going in motion. Looks like a little PAFK quick. The blitz is picked up nicely. Rudock's going to get clobbered as he throws, though. You got to get rid of that. It was that 3-buzz sting press. One of the favorite defenses of the Detroit Lions, actually. A nice blitz there. It was picked up nicely, but you've got to abandon the play action quicker, because you saw pressure shown at the line. Could have been big. Could have been a big gainer, because there's not a whole lot of coverage back there. The wheel route probably going to be wide open. But instead, he's lucky. That's just an incomplete pass. Remember that time you thought you could drive through a flooded tunnel? I didn't think that. My wife did, but I didn't think that. 57 seconds to go. 1 timeout remaining for the Detroit Lions. Gotta think it's sticking on this screen, so you gotta think the Cowboys are gonna be calling that cover 3 lock, right? This situation, 3rd and 10. Seems like a really, really nice time to call it. Let's see if he came out in the lock. Yep. Man coverage over on the right side. Wide receiver on Wilson, the tight end. Jones in the slot. 5 wide, split out. Rudock takes the snap on 3rd and 10. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to get hit from behind. Down goes Rudock. Big sack by Lawrence coming around the edge. It's going to be a 4th and 12. They're just punt this bad boy away. Yeah, she's getting a toe now, so I have to pick her up from the. Luckily, I just have to pick her up from the car dealership. I thought I was gonna have to pick her up from like a pool, but nope. Just gotta pick her up from the car dealership. 33 seconds to go. See the Cowboys. No timeouts if they try to force something. If it were me, I just hand the ball to Zeke Elliott a couple times. Zeke can break open some big runs, so if he does, you can spike the ball. You can maybe run something more hurry up. But I like how Zeke Elliott has matched up. Big Dead Mel, no. She She doesn't watch our podcast. She only every once in a while, but most of the time she can hear it from the basement. D Trimble 2820. Hello, I'm new to the stream. What do you do other than Madden? We do solely Madden here on the NBL Network. You'll see some other things every once in a while, live action shoots, interviews. But we are a Madden franchise mode, 32-man franchise mode, Trimble, we run August to August. You'll see games here. We do about 12 regular season games plus playoffs here on NBL Live, plus bonus coverage here. Twitch.tv/NBL Network. Ton of Madden content. You can head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Madden Bomb League. That's where we have all of our other programming, our original shows, things like that. So be sure to check it out, Trimble. Thanks so much for tuning in. 1st and 10. Hopefully she didn't keep cranking the engine with all that Roger Governor. I can absolutely guarantee she 100% did. First down, shotgun formation. Dak Prescott takes the snap on first down. Waiting, looking, toss this underneath. It's Pride away. Probably a good thing he didn't catch that ball because with no timeouts, that clock would have been running and they would have lost 3 yards. Trimble, he eats chips, drinks, milk, and runs. Yes. Trimble, okay, thanks. I'm subscribing. Appreciate it, my friend. 2nd down and 10. Shotgun formation for Dak Prescott. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side. 1 over to the right. Be sure to tune into our Super Bowl broadcast. That's going to be coming up. What we believe will be tomorrow night. It does 100% depend on the availability of the owners, but what will probably be tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern time here on the NBL Network, Season 33 Super Bowl. If there's any sort of scheduling conflict, it'll be Thursday night. Yeah, Wicked Hot Chips. You can check out the Hot Chip Challenge video if you really want. 3rd and 1. Dropping back is Prescott. Waiting, looking, steps up, has a man. It's complete. 10 seconds and counting. Can they get to the line and set up? 8 seconds and counting. They need to spike it and then get the field goal unit out there. Looks like they're going to have plenty of time. That was a real nice throw by Dak Prescott. Oh, man. That was the longest 1 second of my life. Boy, he took that snap and dropped back and threw it down. I thought no reason. That was a long 1 second, folks. Watch it back. That was a long 1 second. Gov, the nice thing is it's a lease. I say it's a nice thing. It's a lease. So, if it was my car, I already put a new engine in my car. This kick from the 29-yard line, left hash mark. To go up by 3 at the half. Ball is down. Kick is up right down the middle. 13-10. Dallas on top of the half. Nice drive right at the end. Yeah, that was a little hometown clock operator right there. Zeke Elliott has 4 catches for 65 yards in this game. That's how good he is. As the kick is away, 2nd half. Here on the NBL Network, we are 12 minutes of game time away from finding out who will face off against the Cleveland Browns in the season 33 Super Bowl. Browns, 3rd straight season you'll see them in the NBL Super Bowl. The last 2 seasons, they were owned by the guy owning the Dallas Cowboys right now. Z-Star, owner of the Cleveland Browns, back-to-back Super Bowl champions in season 31 and 32. Looking to make it 3 straight. If the Cowboys get there, it'll be the Cleveland Browns for the 3rd straight year and Z-Star for the 3rd straight year. But Bomber trying to claw and fight his way. Brian Hoyer goes out. Matt Stafford is out. It is the Jake Rudock show in Detroit. Defense going to need to hold strong. It's going to be a toss play to Zeke Elliott over the right side. Little juke move, but a nice job staying home. Still pick up the 1st down at the 32-yard line, but it could have been much more. Out in the chat saying great half. Absolutely, yeah. It was a very good half. 2 great games. These are, I think most people would agree, the 4 best owners in the NBL facing off this week. It doesn't always come down to that, but this here in Madden 19, 1st season of the cycle, I think they got the right final 4. 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to Zeke Elliott over the left side. He's got a lot of room once again. Absolutely not. Somebody clip that. No. Zeke Elliott went for the hurdle and should have been power bombed like Kevin Nash through the field. Instead, he picks up 6 yards. Lucky he didn't get hurt, didn't fumble it. Oh. I just love this. Just absolutely not. Not really, yeah, almost, but no. It's not happening. 2nd and 4. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side, 1 over to the right side. Zeke Elliott in the backfield will tie on the left side of that line. Yeah, Draco looking for the Batista spine buster there, or the it was more of a Kevin Owens pump up power bomb. 2nd and 4, shotgun formation. Prescott driving back. It's a slant route underneath. Boy, it looked like it was open. Prescott rolling out of the pocket, trying to find some room. He'll take a hit on the sidelines. Lucky that wasn't unnecessary roughness. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. Nice job there by the user. Taking away that slant. I don't even know if he even looked at the slant, but the man coverage for the Detroit Lions has been pretty solid all day, except for the one. The one over-the-top throw to Allen Hurns, who took that to the house. 3rd and 4. It'd be a big stop for the Lions. Just a confidence boost coming out of halftime. Yeah, Eric, I would buy the Triple H spine buster. A little more pop-up. 3rd down and 4. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 over the right side. Look for Dak Prescott maybe to use his legs here on 3rd and 4. Pressing up is the Detroit Lions. Only a 4-man rush. Quick throw underneath. It's Cole Beasley. Spins to the inside, picks up the 1st down. A lot of space there. Looked like a cover 4. Yeah, it was a cover 4. And they victimized it with a little underneath throw. Didn't like the play call there from the Detroit Lions. Something we usually don't say too much about this Lions team. I just didn't like the call. 1st and 10 for Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Pick up another 3rd down. They've been fantastic on 3rd down today. Blitz right up the middle. He finds Zeke Elliott for the 5th time on the edge. Picking up the 1st down to the 45-yard line. That's the thing. This Dallas Cowboys team, they're going to throw it to the running backs a lot. They're going to throw it to the tight ends a lot, and the Lions have got to recognize that. I'm surprised they're bringing so many blitzes because I think they had success in the first half dropping back. I know that it gave Dak Prescott a lot of time, and I know that they're a little bit gun-shy because of the big gain at the end of the first half, but I think if I'm the Lions, I'm not bringing a whole lot of pressure. I'm making Dak Prescott make the right read. As Prescott steps up right there. See, you drop back. It was only a 4-man rush, but Prescott just could not make the right read against the Tampa 2. That post route was going to be wide open. Instead, he takes a sack, loses 2 on the play. Second and 12 for the Dallas Cowboys. 3 wide receivers over to the right side, 1 over to the left side. Prescott takes the snap on 2nd down. Only a 4-man rush. Looks underneath, completes it, spin move back up the middle. It's the Z-Star move. Picks up another 1st down at the 33-yard line. You got to expect every single catch over the middle. Boy, every catch over the middle is going to spin back to the inside. What an interesting defense calling the cover 2 invert. Bomber's been one of the biggest anti-invert defense. Cover 6, cover 2, it leaves a lot over the top. It's good inside the red zone, but when you got space behind you, it's not good. Called it there and got burned. 1st and 10. A little counterplay for Zeke Elliott, who's running backwards, and that's not good. And still he's going to get only lose a yard on play. Should have lost 4, but some poor using and 1 great blocker out there. So going to bring up a 2nd and 11. Yeah, Mel, losing to a backup quarterback is one thing, but it's not a 61 overall 3rd string. Well, you never know here. 2nd and 11. It's only a 3-point game. Dak Prescott under center. Bunch formation through to the right side. 1 over to the left. Dropping back to pass is Dak Prescott. Looking, waiting. Down goes Prescott. As Washington. Another cover sack. Great call there against the wide trail. I know you don't know what play is going to be called, but the man double buzz is perfect. The only chance he might have had would be maybe the wheel on the right side or the sluggo route on the left side. Instead, he was looking at the slant and the trail route. The 2 safeties come down over the middle, and we haven't seen a whole lot of Zeke Elliott carrying the ball here on this drive. He's gotten some touches, but only 2 carries for Zeke Elliott on this drive. As both these teams looking to get to the season 33 Super Bowl and face off against the Cleveland Browns. Came out on top 27-24 in the first half of doubleheader. You can check out that game. It'll be uploaded to YouTube immediately following this stream. 3rd and 14. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 over the left side. Will tie on the right side as well. 3rd and 14. Prescott dropping back. Prescott stepping up. Prescott looks like he's going to take off. Oh, he playmakers. And it's Cole Beasley up the sidelines. He's going to take him down to the 3-yard line. But boy, oh boy. Bananas? Thoughts? It's the bananas move. So roll to the right side against the quarters defense and send that guy on a streak, and now you got a 1st and goal. What a nice throw there by Dak Prescott, just directing Beasley up the field. And the Detroit Lions do not have the speed to keep up with this team. 1st and goal. They're going to need another goal line stop. Zeke Elliott actually in the game, though. Looks like a stretch run to the left side. Oh, my God. Prescott got taken out before he could hand it off. That was a run commit on a pinch blitz, and they're able to get to Dak Prescott. Lucky that wasn't fumbled. Jarrad Davis' first tackle. Pats fan, how long does it usually take to get in the league? It depends on the time. It depends on the waiting list. It depends on who leaves and who goes. There are so many factors. I can't even tell you. We've had it depends what you're talking about. If you're talking about getting into the grid, or if you're talking about getting into the NBL. If you're looking to come up from the grid to the NBL, we've had it you got to keep grinding. You got to be on that call-up list because it sometimes comes in waves. It sometimes takes a while. Sometimes you get 5 guys all leave within a couple weeks of each other. You just never know. 3rd and goal. Zeke Elliott actually into the game here on 3rd down. It's going to be a handoff to Zeke Elliott over the right side, and Zeke Elliott's going to get in the end zone. He finally found it. Touchdown, Cowboys, as they extend it to a 2-score lead. But as for everybody, yeah, it's 6 months to a year. It just depends. At the end of the day, what I can say is if you are in the grid and you're waiting to get called up to the NBL, the biggest thing I can say for you is just keep plugging away and make sure that you are doing all the right things. There are a lot of talented people up here in the NBL, a lot of people who put in a lot of work. Whether it's on the network, whether it's doing side Twitter things, our Bleacher Report team, I got to give a big shout out to Timbo and Bananas over on the Bleacher Report team and JY and all those guys. They all basically did this on their own. We didn't tell them to do it. They just did it. So you got to show up to streams, show up and show why you're a worthwhile contributor because when the moment opens up, you want to be at the top of that list. 1st and 10 for Jake Rudock. Down 10. That field goal at the end of the half is so big for the Dallas Cowboys. They score on their first drive on a very methodical 5-minute time. Yeah, just don't stop grinding. That's all we can say. As Jake Rudock drops back, 4-man rush from the Cowboys. He gets hit as he's thrown once again, and it's picked off, and he's got some room. 20, 15, 10, taken down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So that one, again, not on Rudock. He got clobbered as he threw. This Dallas Cowboys defensive line has been all over the Detroit Lions. Timbo, important drive for Detroit. Yep, and already JB, the Twitch app, some people live and die by the Twitch app. They say how good it is. Every time somebody has complained about Twitch going wrong, it's off the app. I think the app is, it can be problematic. At times it's good, but when we've ever had people going, my stream's freezing, my stream's loading, 95% of the time they are on the app. So, yeah, what a bull rush. Yeah, cringe Twitch app is hit or miss. A field goal hold here for the Lions would be huge. 36 seconds and counting here in the 3rd quarter. I formation, 2 tight ends over to the left side. It's going to be a handoff to Zeke Elliott. Not a great route there. If Elliott goes a little wider, I think he's in the end zone. But Gerard Davis with the tackle. 3rd and goal from the 4. I don't know if we're singing hey yet. I don't know. It depends on. This is the big play. If the Cowboys score here, I think the game is over. Looks like they're probably going to run the ball once again with Zeke Elliott. Let's see if the Detroit Lions defense can get another stop. If there's a lot of confusion in there. They actually ran commit there, and that's such a beautiful play. They run commit, and they get to Zeke Elliott, and they force a field goal. It's still a 2-score game if he makes this field goal. As that's going to take us to the end of the quarter. Yeah, Colonel Sanders and the DTs are fighting each other. You see that a couple times here. Gub, OSU, imagine if the Falcons were healthy. Wishes were horses and the beggars would ride. They got healthy in the playoffs though. They were healthy. Yeah, it's still a game. Absolutely still a game. Kick us up is good. 23-10. I actually got everybody back except for Keanu Neal, and Tevin Coleman in the game. I didn't play well. I played awful. I had 4 days off of Madden. Went home to do some family stuff, and I was rusty. As this return, he's dead. He's absolutely dead at the 21-yard line. But we'll be back. Don't worry. Don't worry about that, Gub. 1st and 10. Bomber lost control of his team. I don't know. We'll see. 2 picks thrown by Rudock, and really all of them were off of hits. Pistol formation for Jake Rudock. This is the PA option pass. He's going to have the post route coming from the left side. Oh, he actually flipped it. A nice pitch and catch there down to the 38-yard line. Why no subscriber? Because I don't see any non-subscribers here. Hey, everybody's got the badge. 1st and 10. Bodden coming in motion over to the right side. 2 wide receivers for Jake Rudock in the pistol formation. He's got Martavis Bryant out to the right side. His quiet second half. Very big in the first, but a very quiet second half. As he's going to come in motion on 1st and 10. It's Rudock dropping back to pass. He's open. Find him. Bryant. He's taking off 40, 35, inside the 35. Martavis Bryant with another big catch, and they're going to hurry back to the line. 5:15 to go, folks. This is why this Lions team is so good. They can explode at any instance. With nobody, who cares who's at quarterback? It's going to be a handoff on 1st and 10. Donald Pumphrey's going to get a nice game. 4 yards on 1st down. Going to bring up a 2nd and 7. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday evening. Very excited for our Super Bowl broadcast. I believe it's going to be tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern time, here on the network. 2nd and 7, dropping back to pass is Jake Rudock. Looks over to the left side, tip ball, picked off. He's right back in the end zone, though. That's a safety. Give him 2 points. Put 2 on the board. I knew that was going to be a problem when he caught it on the 1 and then ran it. Yeah, so it's a turnover, but you get 2 points on it, and it's still a 2-score game. Actually, that works out for Detroit well, as we'll see what Rudock can do. That interception, that's a tough one. Bananas hate it, but it happens. He definitely caught it on the 1 and ran back, and then tried to turn it right back upfield. It happens. 1st and 10. Empty backfield for Jake Rudock. 5 wide receivers dropping back to pass. Quick throw over to the left side. It's going to be up to the 36-yard line. Abdullah's got to make someone miss over there. You're running back. It happens. Things happen. 2nd and 4. Rudock dropping back to pass. 3-man rush from the Dallas Cowboys. He's got a man standing over there. Ow! It was like a leap and then a spin, and Bryant's still running. Oh, my Lord, what was that? Martavis Bryant, let's watch this one more time. I'm going to hurdle. Nope! Just kidding. Fake leap, spins off of him, picks up a 1st down, 6 for 144 for Bryant. Wolf Mode 88 has the AFC play they have, and the Cleveland Browns defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars 27-24 in that first game. It'll be uploaded to YouTube right after this. Trips to the right side, a little bunch formation, dropping back to passes, Jake Rudock. Blitz picked up nicely over the middle, but Rudock's got to get rid of that ball. Charlton, Taco Charlton. My favorite food. He went to my least favorite school, though, so, yeah. But nice play there by Charlton in the middle. Can we have a 2nd and long? Yeah, yep, little fake hurdle spin. I don't know what button that is, but I think it was the Z button. 2nd and 18. Actually, I guess it was technically the anti-Z button. See what I did there? 2nd and 18. Rudock stepping up in the pocket, waiting, looking, looks over to the right side. Little corner route. It's caught. It's a 1st down at the 34-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there to Golden Tate. A little Buck Sale action. Gotta love a little Buck Sale. EA needs to add the taco celebration. Fella, I will be up for any tacos. I don't care if it... I think EA needs to add every time I get a touchdown, they send me a taco. That's what I think. 1st and 10, shotgun formation for Jake Rudock. 3:04 to go. Play action pass. Rudock waiting, looking, looks over the middle. That's just bad. That's a bad read, and that's a pick. The Dallas Cowboys are going to win this game, folks. As Van Der Esch picks that off, that was an awful, awful read. It was covered the entire way. Should not have thrown it there. Should have looked at the comeback route. Why does everybody in the chat post? And Timbo says, Bomber feeling it. Porter says it ain't over. Well, it probably is now. It looks like we're going to have a very interesting matchup in the Super Bowl, as Zeke Elliott's got some room on the left side. 1st down and more. Stays in bounds. Keeps that clock running. Picks up 13. And who knows what would happen, folks. Injuries are a part of this game. Who knows what would happen if Matt Stafford didn't get hurt in Week 15. Who knows what would happen if Brian Hoyer didn't get hurt in this first half. Jake Rudock is just not a very good quarterback. And a couple were bad luck interceptions. A couple were bad throw interceptions. But who knows what would happen with Brian Hoyer. What's Brian Hoyer's throw power? Let's find out. Brian Hoyer, 87. So similar throw power, but he is the big one is, I guess, the higher awareness would be the big one. Hoyer 75, Rudock's 59. Yeah, it's close, man. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The Dallas Cowboys. So here's what we're setting up, folks. This is what's so interesting about this. As we mentioned a couple times, Cleveland Browns will be representing the AFC for the third straight year. The owner of the last 2 years, because again, first year of Madden 19, we had team selection. The owner of the Cleveland Browns in Madden 18 was the owner of the Dallas Cowboys in Madden 19, Z-Star. So Z-Star is looking for his third straight title. And that, Zeke Elliott hurt on the play. Folks, let's see. Because that could be huge. Zeke Elliott still in the game here in a game that is basically wrapped up. Not only does that stop the clock, which isn't really relevant, but Zeke Elliott just got hurt as it's going to be handed up to DeMarco Murray over the left side. Nice run up to the 37-yard line. So Z-Star will be looking for his third straight title. The Browns will be looking for their third straight title now under owner Bananas. Be a very interesting matchup. Cringer, you're making fun of me saying folks. First and 10. Murray still into the game. Let's see. We're waiting to hear on what happened to Zeke Elliott. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Dak Prescott. Minute 24 to go. They're looking just to run this bad game out. There's going to be a handoff to Tavon Austin on the little jet sweep. Church going to use the timeout. Bruce Sternum, so he should be okay. Because there's an extra week in between the Super Bowl with the Pro Bowl. Should be okay. So, love full teams. I'm just shocked that Zeke Elliott was still into the game. 11-point game, under 2 minutes to go. Just to have DeMarco Murray. Jeff Swain going in motion from the right side over to the left side. Going to be a carry for Murray right up the old Gutski. He'll get a nice gain down to the 32-yard line, picking up 7 on the play. Looks like Detroit, they use that timeout of annoyance for running Tavon Austin, but it looks like the Dallas Cowboys are going to be able to run this bad boy out and represent the NFC. Should be a great matchup, folks. We are anticipating tomorrow night. That's right, tomorrow night right here, NBL Network, twitch.tv/NBL Network live with the Cowboys and the Browns. Browns looking for their third straight title. Z-Star looking for his third straight title. Should be a great matchup. 2 high-octane offenses, 2 great defensive lines. It'll be very interesting. Yeah, Cringe, I wish there was a button for just... I know NCAA had it. I want to say... It wasn't 14. It would have been like 11 or 12. They had a bring in the second string button. Like, you literally could just go and do... It was under a mass subs button. You could bring in all second stringers. I wish Madden had something like that. It's going to be handed up to DeMarco Murray over the right side. 26 seconds and counting. And they're going to be able to run this bad boy out. What a job by the Dallas Cowboys. A little bit of bad luck for the Detroit Lions, man. Just tough losing your quarterback in the first quarter. But I think the play that changed this game was that field goal to end the half by the Dallas Cowboys. The long 1 second. Going up 13-10, then getting the ball back and be able to drive down and get a touchdown. Instead of it being a 1-score game, it's a 2-score game at that point. I know it was a nice throw by Dak Prescott, but man, that was a long second, folks. As the clocks hit 0, the Dallas Cowboys are your NFC champions as they will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl for season 33. What a game. What a broadcast tonight, folks. Appreciate everybody tuning in with us, bearing with me as I deal with weather things over here. Again, Super Bowl's going to be, we assume tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on the network. 8 or 9, we will tweet it out at Bomber League on Twitter, at NBL Network on Twitter. Follow those so you know when we go live. Hit that follow button here so you know each and every time we go live. Make sure your notifications are on. Should be tomorrow night, might be Thursday night. We got to check with the players. But we're going to get out of here. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. And we might have a little fun little 3-man booth tomorrow night with Lip and Bomber. We'll see. Appreciate Bomber coming in and being on the call for the first one. Appreciate each and every one of you for being active in the chat. We're going to get out of here. Appreciate everybody spending our Tuesday night with us. For my co-host for the first game, Bomber, and of course everybody here at the NBL Network, I am OSU. Once again, the Super Bowl for season 33 is set. It will be the Browns and the Cowboys, hopefully tomorrow night right here on the network. We hope we will see you then, and we will see you throughout the season here on NBL Live.